And James Justin has scored one of the goals of the season. Right at the last, and it was Cordova-Reid. Left side of the penalty area, Taggart!
To our watch-along this evening for Leicester City's game with West Ham, away at West Ham, of course, the London Stadium. And we're here with me, Dan Bates, Gerry Taggart, Matt Elliott, and Matt from the Mercians. Welcome along. Matt is our latest guest here for the watch-alongs that we do. Hopefully, after the four we've done, we can see a result.
I just ask quickly, how are we going to get over this double Matt problem?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to address us?
Yeah.
Big Matt, little Matt.
Works for me.
Matt.
Whatever, yeah.
Matthew.
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 Well, I've called you Matthew before.
I'm actually Matt. I'm not Matthew.
Oh, there you go.
So there you
He's
go.
Matthew.
There we go.
All right, anyway, we've got bigger things to deal with. We'll work it out.
You can call me Gerald.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, everybody knows Matt and Gerry, obviously, through the number of shows that you do for us, and of course, the small matter of all the games that you played for this club. But just a bit of brief history on Matt. You're the lead singer of a band called the Mercians, who have done, is it 2 now sold-out shows here in Leicester at the O2? You're going on tour in April.
Very busy.
You're smashing it at the minute now, aren't you?
Yeah, trying to put Leicester back on the map. Yeah, music-wise. So yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
The Mercians, that's an int. What's the...
Yeah, Midlands, so Anglo-Saxons back in the
Yeah.
day called themselves the
Mercians.
Mercians when they took the Midlands. The music scene's like always London versus like Liverpool, like it's like north versus south. So obviously you've got like Kasabian, but you know they've sort of, I mean they're still doing it, but it's nice to bring some youth into it, give Leicester another name. So yeah, that's the plan.
You've been to see him, Bates, him, yeah?
Yes, a couple of times.
Yeah, you've enjoyed
What's it
yourself.
like?
yeah.
Any good?
What
Any
sort
good?
of
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
Matt?
Tell you
What
later. No.
genre? would you say?
Indie pop, indie
Indie
rock,
pop,
yeah, in there. You had a good time, you know?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah, a couple of times. Very enjoyable. I would recommend to anybody to listen to the Mercians. We'll chat a little bit later with Matt, obviously, about everything that's going on and your tour coming up in April as well. But the key thing is you're a Leicester fan, and you have been all your life.
Through and through, yeah. Through and through.
So you're obviously feeling it as much as we are at the moment. The results.
Staying positive.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to stay
Hope.
positive. Yeah.
Hope springs eternal.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're confident tonight, Gerry, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, you've got to believe that at some stage, I'm not saying the long-term fortunes, but in the short term, you know, one of the oldest sayings of football is game by game. So today, woke up hopeful. So I'm still in that mind frame. But obviously, the game hasn't kicked off yet. But that's all we can have is hope.
I like it, Gerry. Those of you joining us, please do get involved. Hit that like button, subscribe as well to Leicester City Football Club on YouTube. Get your comments in, any questions that you have for these guys, be it on football for these two, and to Matt as well as a Leicester fan, or anything about the Mercians, of course. Do get your questions, your suggestions in. Helen Smith has got in touch. She says, this season was always going to be tough. Foxes never quit, and neither should we as fans and supporters. Let's go tonight. And Bubba,
Come on, Bubba.
He's here already.
our supporter in America, what will it be? It'll be
lad.
about 2:30, I think. So he said happy hours at 3, he usually says. So that's when he,
Right.
Right.
enjoys watching. He says, evening all, look at this all-star panel. Wish we had you two at the back at the London Stadium tonight. Maybe
I
not.
don't know. Need a little bit more than us two right now.
Well, we will be rolling back the years in a moment, because if you've been looking around the studio, you can see that there's a certain theme to it. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's quickly get tonight's team news, though, out of the way, because I think there might be some maybe potentially happy supporters to see a certain Facundo Buonanotte in the starting 11 for the Foxes. So please do let us know what you make of this team picked by Ruud van Nistelrooy. Obviously, there have been changes. We can see Jordan Ayew has dropped to the bench. No Woyo Koulibaly, and Okoli is also on the bench as well. So in come Justin, Vestergaard and Buonanotte. So it's Hermansen in goal, Christiansen, Fass, Vestergaard, Justin, and Ndidi and Samare are the holding midfielders, with Cordova-Reid, El Kanous and Buonanotte supporting Jamie Vardy. Very quickly, a point each on the teams. You seem happy with that, Gerry? I think Buonanotte coming in will probably grab the headline.
Yeah, I think, you know, in regards to the squad, still at this moment in time, you know, Ruud's hands are still tied a little bit. But yeah, you know, James Justin coming back in, winning that table also, you know, obviously that's, you know, the fans will be happy with that mainly. And he's a live wire. He's a spark. He gives Leicester that spark. So hopefully, you know, he can create some havoc and you know, cause a few fires in the West Ham box tonight.
Yeah, well, obviously that's the, you know, the thought behind the selection process, isn't it? The Cominotto, you know, it's a little bit of a, not a gamble, but from the manager's point of view, he likes to have that sort of solidity about the team, but that hasn't materialised really. So
No.
It's about time that Cominotto got his opportunity, I think. But at the other end of the pitch, Vestergaard coming in, he's had his issues this season as well. But whoever you're looking at there, it's been a little bit insecure, isn't it? And I think, you know, I can see his thinking. There, but you worry about the sort of lack of pace maybe there, because Cody certainly gives you that, if not other aspects of his game. But listen, experience from Vestergaard, and hopefully he can manage himself through the game.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hopeful. I think you've got 3 players behind Vardy there who can get the ball down and drive at the defence, which I like to see Leicester do a lot of. The last time I was here was against West Ham, and every time we did, they looked shaky at the back. So that's all I'd like to see. Just get the ball down and run at them. None of this playing left, right and centre. Just take it at them. I think West Ham have got some cracks. So, yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
It's a different manager now, isn't it? You know, I'm sure it's a slightly different style of play as well, and it'd be interesting to see the contrast between, as you say, the first game under Van Nistelrooy and now. On a negative side, obviously West Ham got a good result against Arsenal not so long ago. no mean feat. So in that sense, it's going to be difficult. But you think, listen, if Leicester are going to get anywhere near to getting themselves out of the position that they're in right now, they need to get something from games like this.
Yeah, big game this evening. As ever, with these watch-alongs here on Fox's Hub on YouTube, you can get involved with the show in our competition. And today's prize, I don't know if you know about this one, Matt, but the winner of today's competition gets a stadium tour with yourself.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Lucky them.
Yes, so you can win a stadium tour with Matt Elliott. All you have to do...
I'll wear my shirt as well when we go round.
That won't fit you anymore.
Is answer the following question. Who scored our 3rd goal in the 3-1 win against the Hammers earlier this season? Was it Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka or Bilal El Khanouchi?
I know the answer. Like.
Who scored the 3rd goal in that 3-1 win
Do you know the answer?
over West Ham?
How about if I get it right?
You can give yourself a tour.
Yeah, and then I ain't got to take the tour because I know what it's like anyway. I'll have a night off.
To get your answer, and we'll quickly pop it on the screen one more time for you. All you need to do is email watchalong@lcfc.co.uk with your answer. So email your name and your answer to that address before the second half kicks off. Entries after that point will be invalid. We'll do another couple of pushes to remind you. 1 entry per person. Correct entries will be entered into the draw, and the winner will be announced at the end of the show. And we'll get in contact with you on an LCFC email address. You've got to be 16 plus to get involved with that competition. So email your answer to watchalong@lcfc.co.uk.
You've got to be 18 plus to go on a tour.
Yeah, you don't. Right, so we're going to take a brief pause away from the London Stadium tonight and go across London to Wembley, certainly the old Wembley, because 25 years ago today, 25 years ago today, these two played a huge role as Leicester City lifted that trophy. Do you want to? Shall I pass it to you, Matt?
You can do. Yeah. Pass it here, Daniel.
Watch your head
Pass
on.
it round.
You pass it around.
25
Yeah,
years
Matt
ago
hasn't had a hold of that.
to the
Yeah.
day,
I haven't touched it yet.
you guys lifted this.
No, to be fair,
Well,
it's not.
It's a
not
replica
quite.
of-
Yeah.
It's
Was it
heavy though.
Was it that size?
No,
I was gonna say.
There you go, mate. That's about as long as I got to hold it for before Neil Lennon nicked it off me anyway.
That's got a good weight to it.
It's
though.
heavy enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's about, that's about half a size, takes it?
Yeah,
Is it?
it's half a size.
Half a
It's easier
size.
to hold now, at least.
The memories are still there, isn't it? But,
Yeah,
And
it
I've
goes,
actually-
it goes nicely
Happy
with
days.
the little picture as well.
Oh, look, it's all happening. It's all happening. We're keeping on with this.
Yeah, fill him in.
Yeah, it's a bit cheesy. Bit cheesy.
Brought my
Bit too
medal
much.
along.
Yeah, do you want
Yes,
to pass
it
the
is.
medal over, Matt?
Absolutely.
Have a look at it as well.
Now, I've been told the box is a little bit shaky, so
Yeah.
It's been through the mill, that box.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
A few stains there, Tags. What have you been doing to it?
I think I was a
Just
champion.
show that up, Jerry. We can get that camera on you guys, and you can see the medals. That is your medal from the day as well.
That is my medal, bona fide,
Yeah.
fake gold, about a £5 now. That not for sale, obviously, but yeah,
Very nice.
that's it.
And then the shirt as well, Matt.
Oh, there's more. There's
We're going
more.
through all of it now.
All jumble sale.
Was
Got
this
it.
the actual shirt that you wore?
It's like Dickinson's real
I've got-
deal.
I've got that at home. Is that the actual shirt? I never get into that. Mind you, I might have back then. Actually, it was quite wide,
They were-
didn't it?
they were very
It's
big,
quite
the
wide. I might
shirts
even get
back
into
then.
that now.
Well, I'm not sure on
maybe
that.
not.
We're certainly not going to try it live, I know. Yeah.
No. Let's not do that.
But yeah, I mean, what a day that was for
Yeah,
you
it was
guys.
good
And
fun.
25
fun. Oh,
years
that
ago.
Please.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot I'm wired up. There we go.
25 years ago. Does it feel like that? We've got obviously some clips of you guys and,
Does it feel
and
like
how you were
Well,
involved and
Show the clips and then let them have
Yeah.
it out.
yeah, and the goals. But
it looks
obviously,
like 25 years
I
ago.
haven't mentioned it, Matt. You got both of the goals that day at Wembley,
Yeah.
and as a centre half, to score 2 in a game full stop is some going. You don't often see that.
Yeah.
But
No,
to do it at
was
Wembley
crazy.
in a cup final.
It was crazy, Dan, to be fair, yeah, because, I mean, on that point, Tags deserved the story. I'll tell it in a bit, maybe. But yeah, they had I talked to Steve Guppy the other day on a text. I said, 25 years, Gups. And he says, yeah. I remember it like yesterday when I delivered that ball into the kill zone. That's how he labelled it.
Yeah.
He's got a certain sense of humour, Gups. It tickled me. But he was like, not getting emotional about it. We were just like reminiscing about it. And, I was slightly at fault for their equaliser. So was Gerry to a lesser
There we
degree.
go again.
Lesser degree.
Throw me under the bus. It was
Tim
your
Fla-
man.
No, well, yeah, it was, without a doubt. Tim Flaswell near post. Just blame
Yeah.
it on him, Take, yeah?
Yeah.
So I thought better go and sort things out at the other end. But fortunately, Gups delivered into the kill zone again.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those days. I ended up with everything. Like this trophy, well, ×2. Man of the Match trophy, champagne,
There's the winner.
medal. There we go. I knew I was scoring.
Hmm.
That is one of the few rare occasions.
Well, you just ran
You
on
see it
their
there.
head, didn't it?
It was like the same, yeah, it's there.
Bang.
And
You
I
didn't even have
guided
to
it.
jump, did
You know,
you,
a lot
really?
of time, the first header, I just headed towards goal as powerfully as I could. That one, I guided into the corner because I knew they had no one there. I don't know, I just knew it was happening. And that doesn't happen too often,
No.
does it?
And the thing as well, I don't know if you noticed, watch again here, this run
There's the kill
of
zone.
mine, where I just take that defender away and isolate Elliott on the other defender.
Yeah, I've watched
That's
that.
a great little
class,
run.
Jerry.
Great
World class.
little one. Look at it. Bang.
Take,
Isolated him.
I've seen this about 1,000 times. That's the first time I noticed that.
I mean, that's got the centre forwards. Well, that's a Tony Cuddy style on that. Only a couple of yards, but it just moves the defender enough so Matt gets isolated.
Happy days. But a quick one, basically. So
No.
I've got everything right. I'm not bragging about that. It's just how it happened. Scored the goals. And like you say, 2 goals in a cup final. Who thinks about that? Like maybe possibly 1, don't you, at Wembley? And you think, even that's in La La Land sort of thing. And 2 goals happen. And I've got this trophy, man of the match, winner's medal,
Bottle of champagne.
even a hat. One of the supporters have thrown at me. Yeah, bottle of champagne. I got it all. And I took all that into the players' bar afterwards. My mum and dad were there, no longer with us, sadly. Massive influence on my life, whatever, like parents are. And I'm standing there, and a photographer comes over and says, "Oh, do you want to? Would you like a photo with your mum and dad?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great, So I'm like, got my arm around mum and dad. They're holding the cup and stuff like that. My dad never got emotional, really. But it's like, and he was shaking his head. He's going, "I can't believe it. And I was like, "I know, Dad. Who'd have thought?" Scored 2 goals in the cup final. He went, No, not that. No, he said, "I backed your first and last goal scorer." He said, "I won 600 quid." He said, "I can't believe it." He's more worried about the money than the football. But yeah, no, happy days. He bought me a beer anyway. So, but,
Did it ever sink in, or does it still feel?
to be, not really. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird because you think like,
Well, we had a game not long after that, didn't
yeah,
we?
to win a major trophy, like that was
So we had
as good
the-
as it sort of got in. We thought, in Leicester terms, obviously an FA Cup, and the lads went on to win the Premier League. But yeah, it was surreal. But we certainly, it did sink in because we enjoyed it to the absolute max.
We were very good at that.
Yeah. We were good at that side of things.
Because we did some filming with you, Matt, and it is well available for you on the website and on YouTube and everything like that for today for the 25 years. And you were watching that footage that we've just been watching back. Possibly for the first time in a long time, you were saying there's a lot of what we've just seen there that you haven't seen for years and years, and it brought back so many floods of memories. You almost wanted to just stop the filming we were doing and just watch it.
I'd like to just
take some bits in.
And I had to sort of comment on it as well, which was nice because it's sort of hopefully just sort of a natural reaction. But it was talking about reactions there. That cut you saw on my cheek wasn't war wounds. It was when we'd won. No, not from the ex-wife. It was when we'd won. The final whistle had gone, and I seen Robbie Savage just charging at me. He's jumped, hooked his legs round me, which is not a particularly nice thought. But he's got the old big railings, and he got bang straight into my cheek. He drew blood, and it was dripping down. And everyone's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, it's that nugget Savage just teethed me in the cheek." But didn't mind at the time. The adrenaline was flowing.
Yeah, someday.
Good times, Tags, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great day, and obviously after, losing the final the year before to Tottenham, where, we were talking before, we sort of half didn't turn up, if you know what I mean. It was a poor game, and we didn't take full advantage.
You get in this one? Or is it going to cut off?
Oh, no.
They'll come to someone proper. There we go, Brian Clough.
Two proper legends, eh?
That was good. I remember Brian Clough being around. Yeah. In all the sort of hullabaloo.
There you are with all your stuff on there.
Yeah, that was it. And I gained a bottle of champagne from somewhere. I didn't know Worthington did champagne, but it was sponsored by them. But Brian Clough, in the middle of all that razzmatazz, I remember seeing Brian Clough. It was like, Brian Clough's here. Yeah. Like we're fully fledged professional footballers ourselves, but we just won the cup. We were like, Brian Clough's here as well. But how about that sort of thing? Yeah, he was that big a figure, wasn't he? And him and Martin together as well. It was just sort of brought extra poignancy there. But all the supporters as well. We mentioned mates, haven't we? I mean, supporters still, excuse me, still come up to me now, and I'm sure they do you, Jerry, as well, and say. But because I've got noted for the goals, people remember that side of things. But they're like, "Oh, mate, when you got those 2 goals at the final, we were there, and it was what a day and everything." And they still think about it now.
He's been down and out on it ever since. That's why he's put about 5 stone on. and as you can see, no one's bought me so much as a chicken nugget.
Excuse me.
That's
not about you.
Well, I mean, we're similar ages, Matt. So it was slightly, obviously, just before your supporting time, if you like. You must have family members, friends that are of the age that remember that. And well, if you tell them you sat next to Matt Elliott on the 25th anniversary of the League Cup,
it's bonkers. It's quite surreal, I've got to admit. Yeah, lots of family members on my mum's side, all from Leicester, that probably have no idea this is happening yet. But when I show them, it's going to be a cool one. Yeah, for sure.
I need to get this.
I didn't think of it like that. They're just like.
Yeah, I mean,
go with the flow, don't we? You got plenty going on yourself, anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? It is definitely an honour to sit here with you guys, and especially
you might change your mind about an hour and a half.
No, I think that was through that. I think he's already changed.
This is all for the cameras.
Cheers to everyone that's getting involved with us as ever. Corey, he says, "How are you all doing? Welcome to it. If you're new here, he's doing my job again for me. If you're new here at Leicester City Football Club, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for that, Corey. He thinks we're going to win tonight, as does Daniel Hook. He says, I'm going for a 3-0 win for City. There's
Who says that?
Yeah.
Who?
Daniel thinks we're going to win 3-0. He's confident tonight. Yeah. So there's a little poll as well that's gone up in the comments asking how you think Leicester will get on. Do get involved with that poll. Before we move on and concentrate on tonight's proceedings, we're going to keep talking about the League Cup for just a little bit longer because we do have a little surprise for you, Matt. We can't keep many things from you and Gerry.
Tags doesn't know either.
Tags doesn't know either.
Okay.
But we've got a little surprise coming. It'll come through that door in just a minute. Anyway. Here we go.
Hang on a minute. Oh, look at that. Not birthdays. Oh, these. Oh, the expert cake
There you go.
maker,
If you
isn't
two
it?
hold that up there.
Look
There you
at
go.
that, Elizabeth. Yeah.
That looks good.
Well played,
Korean
Liz.
white icing.
25-year anniversary cake.
Look at that. Exquisite.
Eh?
Exquisite. Oh,
Oh, we're getting a photo as well.
hang on. Sorry, I was seeing if you were blocking the screen there for a minute.
Good about that.
There we go.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Alex. Thank
Is that
you,
it? You got it?
Liz.
Sure,
But
we
yeah.
can go home now. Your work's done.
Got a
Look
little
at that.
cake there. We can dig into
That's
that.
beautiful, Liz.
At
Come on, Liz.
half-time,
Come
I
on.
think.
Come and take the plaudits. At least give the
Yes,
camera away.
this was baked by our very own Liz. So
Oh,
Our
very good.
superstar, Liz.
the
Well done,
Foss
Liz.
bake away.
Well done, Elizabeth.
We'll dig into that at half time.
We
Might be a
certainly
little
will.
bit messy to do while we're live and then again, but there you go. A
I
little
must
25.
admit, I was pleasantly relieved that was all the surprise.
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was.
Yeah,
gonna be.
no, Jesus, what have we done?
So a little 25 anniversary cake, which
Lovely.
it is a big anniversary, isn't it? We did a big documentary for
Yeah.
it for 20, but 25 again. It's a milestone, isn't it?
25.
A quarter of a century, and that's
Yeah.
the hardest thing to
I suppose we're here we're here to do it.
Yeah.
That's the main
yeah.
thing.
So yeah, listen, it was great memories, a great time to be not only a player, but a fan as well at Leicester City Football Club. You know, was it 3 finals in 4 years?
Yeah.
Something like that, 2 wins.
All the Wembley trips to the playoffs and everything.
And then you
Prior
had,
to
and then
that,
you had
yeah.
the playoffs before that. But I mean, 3 cup finals in 4 years. Superb time under obviously one of the club's greatest managers.
Yeah.
And we had a really good team. That's the other thing. We had some really good players.
The proper mix, proper team, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it really was. We
We
had
got some lumps at the back.
An
and
eclectic mix.
Yeah.
Things
yeah.
as well, it was, and it was different times and everything, but it was good fun
Yes.
as well. It was successful in relative terms. Everyone gave their all, supporters included, manager, players, everyone involved at the club. But it was just,
But we had a good time as well.
we had a great time, and so did the supporters as
Yeah.
well. Like, I know the two go hand in hand, you know, success and fun and enjoyment, whatever, but and excitement, whichever you want to call it. But as well as that, it was like through the season. It was, I don't know, there was a buzz, but there was a connection. There was a connection, wasn't there? Like, and different times now. We used to be able to. We literally went to the pub down the road after the game.
Yeah.
You know, in there having a drink, supporters around, not getting hassled, but being spoken to and in the mix, and like it's different era, different times, and down what was it, the Sore Point down
So,
there,
yeah.
wasn't it, after,
Which is still there.
still there.
Well, Matt wasn't allowed out in town afterwards, but I used to.
No,
I used to quite like a little Saturday night out. in the
I could
middle
go
of
for a few.
Leicester.
I'd be home by 8
Yeah.
o'clock.
But
What, the
again,
next night?
Yeah.
it was just one of those times, you know, it's a different time in football when it was possible for the players to go out and then, if you won, go out and enjoy yourself on a night out in the middle of town. And no hassle.
It's changed now, hasn't it?
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Crazy.
But the
that-
supporters like
mad.
that.
And for rock stars as well. You're getting that now.
Well, yeah, you'll get it now.
Not,
but-
not quite there yet. But,
No, but supporters liked it, seeing you out in town. Not like maybe now they would get too much attention, even in a positive sense.
Yeah.
Like they'd get mobbed, but like the adverse side of that is they'll get caned if they get grief, wouldn't they? If it was now and they're sitting around swanning around town, but like to be fair, I used to go out even if we lost. If I was going out, it didn't stop me. I got a few sarky comments, but it was a different feel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A different feel then. But
Still keep in touch with all the lads?
yeah, not as much, as we probably. I thought at the time, or in and around that we would. A few of the boys, Muzzy and Walshy, still live in Leicester, so we see each
Sonny
other.
Cotty.
Tony Cotty, but only for the working wise and stuff. Steve Guppy, I keep in touch with.
Yeah.
Frank Sinclair. So yes, but only.
Marshy.
Marshy's of course is still about Leicester. We don't see that much of him. Some of the lads do a bit of golf, but we don't see as much of each other as I thought we would.
No.
Yeah, we're close friends, but
Everybody's
your
doing
life
different
goes in
things,
different
yeah,
directions
of
as
course.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played a golf tournament against Muzzy
Right.
Didn't realise until the end.
Yeah.
He came up and collected his prize, and I was like,
Oh, did he?
That's Muzzy, is it? Turns out
He
he was.
won, did he?
Yeah. He battered us all.
Dodgy.
I was like, who is this guy? It was Muzzy.
No,
is
he's
it?
not bad. He's not.
He was
brilliant,
all right.
though.
Yeah, he was handy.
Like, he's decent. He must have been
Steady, isn't he, Muzzy? Don't make
sharking
many
it that day,
mistakes.
didn't he?
He's better than me
Yeah.
that day. Give him that.
Better than me on any day, I'll tell you that. Right, that cake smells really good. We've
Does.
got to do a full first half where we can smell that and not attack
Not touch it.
which I definitely want to do. Down at the London Stadium, Jared Bowen and the West Ham players are in the tunnel ready to go for this match. We're 5 minutes now away from kick-off. To finish on the cup stuff, Bubba succinctly puts, happy anniversary cup champions. I think that's a nice way to move
Bubba.
on to tonight's
Bubba.
game. Chill Dove thinks we're going to score tonight, but he's not sure what the result's going to go. He thinks we're going to lose, maybe 3-2. Let's hope you're wrong there. 2 goals would be nice. Yes, indeed, he says he thinks it's going to be 3-2 to Leicester. So a lot of people thinking there will be plenty of goals in the game tonight, hopefully so. Let's give you one quick reminder of tonight's competition that's going on. You'll also see it on the right hand side of your screen as well at times throughout the evening, but there is a chance to win a stadium tour here at King Power Stadium with Matt Elliott. So all you need to do, if you want that, we probably won't get anyone that will write in for that now.
I've heard through the grapevine it's quite good.
All you need to do is answer this question. Who scored the 3rd goal in our 3-1 win over the Hammers earlier in the season? Was it Vardy, Daka or El Canouse? For your chance to win, email your answer to watchalong@lcfc.co.uk. You must be 16 or over to enter. And if you email your name and your answer to that email address at some point before the second half kicks off, so you've also got the half-time break to do so as well. Right, we're going to concentrate though on the game tonight, and yeah, we've spoken about the team, haven't we, guys, and the fact that I guess if people are just joining us, Facundo Buonanotte is the headline team news. On the right wing, we think Bobby De Cordova-Reid, we think will still be on the left. James Justin comes in as well. There's an interesting stat at the bottom of the screen there. West Ham have won just 4 of the last 11 home games against Leicester. So if we see that continue, Jerry, that'll be all right.
Well, the home form in general hasn't been great over the last couple of months, really. They've won a couple, but they've lost a few as well at home. So there's an opportunity, and again, for some reason, these opportunities keep presenting themselves to Leicester. And that's the reason why I think a lot of people have hope, because they're thinking at some stage something hopefully can turn for the better. And why not tonight against I wouldn't say a faltering West, but a stuttering. The result against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium was obviously a massive result for them. But to say the home form hasn't been great, and especially against Leicester.
It's a weird way to look at that, I guess, that game with the Arsenal at the weekend. Is that a good thing that West Ham went and got that fantastic result? That probably took a lot of effort, didn't it, for them? Will that maybe play into tonight? I don't know. That's one way to look at it. Another way is they're just beating the team that are second in the league. They're going to be flying tonight.
I think the truth is, sorry, Matt, I think the truth is it's more likely to be a negative from Leicester's point of view, because obviously it's a fillip for West Ham, isn't it? The feather in their cap. They should be putting a maximum effort in regardless of the result, but I don't think it all of a sudden turns them into certainly the perfect team. They've got their deficiencies. Leicester need to be just courageous and strong-minded, don't they? They can't relinquish things like meekly, like they did against Brentford. A repeat of that performance.
Well, Matt made a really good point earlier. Not you, I mean Matt from the Mercians. Great name, by the way, Matt from the Mercians. Great name for a band, the Mercians. Quality. But what he was saying was that game against West Ham, when he was here, Leicester just ran over the top of them. They played a style of football that I haven't seen since. I've mentioned this before. And it was, as you said, it was forward-thinking football. Everything was going forward early.
Positive, wasn't it?
Leicester were chasing everything down. And you could say, yes, I've got a new manager in. But I don't think that style of football will change that much from Lopetegui's.
No, the only thing that in that game they were so high, weren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
West Ham. And like it was just balls over the top, balls in the channel. That's how Leicester got all their joy. I don't think that will be quite so easy, straightforward
No, but yeah,
now. But other than that, not too much different. Yeah.
not too much dissimilar. They'll still isolate their fullbacks and
Yeah.
stuff like that down the sides. No, there'll still be opportunities for that. But for me, it's the
They've got
intensity.
back three
It's
in
the
there, though, isn't it?
intensity of the football.
Back three now. It was a back four, wasn't it, before?
Yes.
Playing high. So, yeah, more to deal with. But
I think if you play with confidence against anybody, no matter how they're set up, you're going to cause problems, aren't you? That's
they've got
football.
to, even if it's false confidence, go and
Just make 'em
front
think.
it out for a bit.
Yeah.
But they've got to. Nice positive start. Here's
Corner.
James Justin, corner, first minute.
Right.
But there's got to be some. I talk about the false confidence, but there's got to be genuine belief
Desire,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Desire. Go and make something happen. It's not going to land
No.
on your lap. You've got to go and force the issue a little bit more than they have done. Let's see
Here we
what
go.
happens here. Vestergaard.
Come on, nice early one. It'd be nice.
Change the course of the season.
Vestergaard.
Did get on it.
They challenged for it, didn't get there.
Could he put that straight back in?
Can
Gerry?
someone-
Yeah.
yeah.
Thought so. Just help it on its way.
Yeah.
Didn't need a touch from me there.
I think he will be.
Nice and positive.
They're
Yeah,
always
no, you're
going
right.
to create the perfect opening. Exactly. Half a yard, boom, put it in the box early, test them out.
You wouldn't mind him on your corners, would you, James Ward-Prowse?
Or one, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a weird one. He went West Ham, Forest, didn't
Forest
he? Back
on
again.
loan and didn't get a game. Well, you could see why Forest were flying out.
England squad, not long ago. That's a decent ball.
Good ball.
Go on, Wilf.
He's struggling with
Good effort.
Oh, good effort.
Batesy getting excited.
Yeah, you
What's that knee, Batesy? What's that knee? Son?
Good effort.
Decent
So
strike, that.
that's a decent start to the game.
It's right shot on target.
Yeah.
It's just
Never
sits-
troubling the keeper, in fairness.
That's
But
more than Leicester have achieved in a whole game sometimes. Already there's a little bit of urgency.
Well, it's a corner that they've had. They've had a shot on target.
Shot on
with 2
target,
minutes
yeah.
in, yeah.
We've gone whole games without that, haven't they? I'm sure they have.
You spoke about the Arsenal thing from like a Leicester point of view. Getting 3 points tonight against a squad that's gone and beat Arsenal at the Emirates in terms of like a positivity
Yeah.
thing as well, be massive.
yeah, absolutely. Well, Leicester played well against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
they
Arsenal
did.
are missing like the whole of the front line and
Give them a good
a
go,
couple of
didn't they?
other players, but
It was a decent contest, wasn't it? An hour or so at least.
so just for me, they've got to stay in the game without the ball. They've just got to be hard to break down this evening.
Yeah, you don't want to go there and sort of literally sit back, do you? But you want. I know what you mean.
It's
you
going to
wanna-
happen because you're the away team.
Periods,
Because
isn't it?
because of where you are in the table, it's going to happen. But you've got to be prepared for that.
You've got to go out there as well, believing that they can, one, keep that clean sheet, and then two, they can cause problems. They're going to have to deal with numbers back like they are now, even in this early stage of the game. But then when they break, keep possession. But having that belief in the game to go and actually make a difference as well, because they can get in that sort of routine as well. They work away and work hard, and then there's a little lapse in concentration,
Yeah.
isn't there? And
Well, I've just seen a little
Deflating
worrying
it.
sign there already where the back four, when the ball was coming into the edge of the box, they just dropped off
yeah,
towards the penalty
Inviting
spot instead
pressure.
of stepping up and engaging.
yeah.
So that's straight away on the flip side of a good start going forward, a worrying sign defensively.
And in the early stages, that shouldn't be happening, should it? Definitely. Later on, fatigue and
Yeah.
concentration wanders, but
When you two watch football, do you find yourself, obviously because you're both defenders, do
Yeah.
you find yourself watching closer at that end than you do going forward?
Yeah, it's just one of those
natural
those things that you do naturally. So yeah, I wouldn't even be watching
don't
the ball.
watch the ball
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Just watching
where they are.
just watching the back line now and seeing positionally what they're doing, and then the ball will come or it won't come, and then you can make a decision on whether positionally they're in the right spot or not, and obviously how they deal with it.
Which is why probably then it's even more frustrating for you when things aren't going well, particularly defensively.
Well, it frustrates the life out of everybody,
Yeah.
doesn't it? You know,
Yeah, in the individual errors frustrate and obviously disappoint everyone concerned. But yeah, sometimes it's just, it happens, but it's when you sometimes look at the reason why that mistake was induced, really. And like there, to be honest, I'm looking at a couple of times when Leicester have cleared it or it's gone back to the halfway line. They've only moved up a couple of yards.
Yeah, they've not stepped out much.
No, I'd like to, as a 4, not dangerously, not recklessly, but as a 4, it's that shout, isn't it? Up you go. It normally comes from the keeper.
Yeah.
And then in unison you go, and certainly early on, as a unit. But
Steve Hinks has asked on YouTube, what are your thoughts on not changing the formation or including any of the younger players?
Well, there's something to be said for that. Obviously, as Matt rightly said, you look at Graham Potter, he's come in, put a back 3, and Rude has stuck with the same formation. Whether or not that's something he believes is the best for the team overall, I don't know, but there's definitely something to be said about putting an extra centre half in there for me. And Connor Cody would fit the bill because of his experience and
especially
his
in a 3 as well.
In a 3, and then you're talking about 2 from 3 others. You've got 4 centre halves. You're conceding goals, a lot of goals. So why not try and change it up? That's what a lot of managers do. I'm sure this isn't the way Graham Potter wants to play continuously, but he's done what he's had to do, and he's got a few results from it.
Yeah, it's funny because like the majority probably these days, Amarin at Man U, for example, they have a way of playing, and they don't alter much from that, do they?
No.
I know Guardiola, say for another example, he tinkers with it and he brings different sort of aspects to it, doesn't he? But the framework is largely similar, isn't it? But he does have flexibility, in fairness. But a lot of managers just, well, this is how I play, this is it, and they stick with it.
And they stick with it.
But there's a lot to be said for being flexible, isn't there? And
Absolutely.
changeable. And I mean, Notts Forest last night, they've flipped between a 3 and a 4, don't they? Players are capable of doing it.
Of course they are.
Without a doubt. We used to do it.
Yeah.
Martin would change it at half time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he? Halfway through a half. Sometimes from a back 3 stroke
He wouldn't
5.
tell you he was doing it. He'd just bring a sub on and go like that and say, well, she get up front or something like that. And we'd be looking at each other going, oh.
Yeah, we're back 4
Oh,
then,
yeah,
are we?
cheers. Yeah.
But no, you reverted to it easy enough. These players have been brought up in multiple way systems. They should be quite capable of it. But to answer the question there, about keeping the same system, he's made a couple of changes. I think that would sort of please a fair number of supporters.
I think that would have been a frustration amongst
If it had been
supporters,
the same-
Matt, wouldn't it? If he'd have seen the same 11, I guess something did have to shift from what happened against Brentford.
Agreed, 100%. It's got to change. But again, it's like, is swapping players here or there going to make the change necessary when sometimes, you might actually need to change a tactic or a
Change the
formation
dynamic,
here? Just because there's not been a lot of dynamics this season. We haven't seen, when you talk about teams have a style of football, I haven't really seen what our style of football is this year.
Yeah, good point.
So, you do question it, but I don't know. We trust him. We hope.
What's your first memory of being a Leicester City fan then, Matt?
I played for Leicester when I was
Did ya?
10, 11, probably, for a season. Yeah, came in.
Wow.
Didn't last very long, but came in and played. But yeah.
Do you remember your first game?
My first game would have been with my dad and my granddad, probably around then.
Did you train at Beaver Drive?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so a few memories from then. Never got to be the ball boy or anything like that, but yeah.
When was that, 20 years ago?
It would have been...
22 years ago.
It would have been...
18 years ago.
No, 15 years ago. 15 years ago,
Right.
yeah. I'm younger than I think I am. I keep thinking I'm older.
And what position were you?
I changed between centre mid and right mid.
Oh, okay.
And then, well, to be fair, then,
Nippy? Were you nippy? Off your
not
feet?
really,
No?
not really. I was good with the ball.
Right.
I was quick enough, but then to be fair, my dad coached me for my entire life. So when I ended up going back, he dropped me to right back then, and then I realised it wasn't going as well as it used to go. But
If your dad
ended up
you're in
right.
trouble.
yeah,
But if you lacked them pace, you made up in lungs, haven't you?
Yeah,
You've
that
got
was
a
it.
fair set of lungs on you.
yeah, I could move. I've lost it now. I can tell you that now. But
No, I mean your singing voice.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've transferred into something else.
I listened to you did that video,
We'll
didn't
find
you,
a way.
for Abdul Fatawi?
Fatawi, yeah,
I'll tell
yeah.
you what, you were belting it out.
Well,
Go on, Vads. Oh, the club foul, surely.
it looked like a clip, didn't
Got a
it?
little nick on the ball, I think, didn't he?
Well, the club asked, so we had to put our best foot forward.
Yeah,
so
no, it was good. Very
I'm glad
good.
you enjoyed it.
That was a great
Since
announcement.
you've done that, he's been out injured.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
I remember when we
Unfortunately.
obviously did the video and then got invited in to watch a game, and we were hoping, weren't we, for a Fatawi goal. We just thought it really signed the story off.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, and then literally the next week he was out for the season. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
not the best story in the world, but
Because I think that was it Everton that you came in?
yeah, one of the first games of the season.
1-1, yeah. And I think that Fatawi was on the bench. A lot of players
He only
people
came
were
on
saying
with-
he needs to come on
with a
up
minute
against
left.
Ashley Young, for example, yeah. But we didn't see that night.
Yeah, that was
day,
frustrating. And slightly peculiar, really. Wasn't it? It's just straightforward, wasn't it?
I think after the season he had last year, you'd have thought
Well,
he'd
give
been
him
a front
a
runner.
go at it,
yeah,
wouldn't
but
they?
yeah, but
But then, yeah, I mean, obviously for you, because of that video that you did with Abdul and him dancing around to you guys singing, that must have been a great moment for you. Anyway, as a Leicester band to have that.
still surreal. I must admit, when my manager texted me and said the club wanted to do something with me, I thought it'd be something, but I thought maybe it'd be a TikTok or something. I didn't think it would be announcing our biggest signing of the last few years. So yeah, it was a good experience.
Well, the rest of the band members are Leicester fans.
Yeah,
as
everyone's
well.
a Leicester. It's like a non-negotiable to be in the band.
Got to sign the contract, yeah.
We could be like, hit the triangle.
No, we
something we could do that.
Hey, if you guys ever want guest lists, you're always
Sean and
invited.
Bez.
I can do a bit of that.
Hey, we'd get you all up. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'd be mad.
Yeah, get us along for a giggle.
Yeah.
All right, wouldn't it?
That's what we could get the what's it called? Not rejuvenation. We need rejuvenating.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna
Re-energisation.
take a bit more than
Re-energisation we need.
spring water to do that.
What's it called when you get together?
A reunion.
Reunion, that's the one.
Imagine that.
Little reunion on stage with you guys. Party.
No
There we
pound.
go.
Well, as you can probably guess, the fact that we're talking about other things at the moment, not too much going on in the game at the moment. Half a shout for a West Ham penalty. I don't think it was.
No, get up.
But it's been a bit of, Leicester have
Solid
defended
enough.
fairly solidly, haven't
Yeah,
they, in the opening 12 minutes?
yeah, decent. Looks solid enough. The two banks of four working well together when without the ball. And they've had a couple of forays, haven't they, into West Ham's help without anything coming of it. Need to see El Canus on the ball. He's quality, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he'll make us tick. If you look at West Ham's lines as well, look, the gaps between the front two and the middle four are pretty solid, to be honest. So probably why there's not a lot happening.
Yeah, just going back to that question or debate, about different shape or different approach, and I think there's something to be said for Leicester switching it. I think Ruven is probably loath to change it. I think we've seen that already. That change is starting selection as much as anything because he wants to get.
Oh,
It's a foul.
That's definitely wiped
Yellow
out
card,
there.
maybe? El Canus.
great
as well, to
touch.
nip in.
What's a touch?
It looked big impact, didn't it?
Look at this.
The angle of
Look at that.
contact. Yeah, it's not.
Knew what he was doing, didn't he? Taking
Yeah.
it away from him.
Yeah. I mean, it's 100%.
I think
foul, isn't it?
I think he's one of the best around at that, where he just knows exactly how far.
He's quite James
touch.
Maddison-like, I think.
Yeah,
El Canus.
but his first touch is
Yeah.
excellent, and invariably he's on the move while he's taking it.
Yeah.
So his second touch is while he's on the move. He doesn't have to readjust his body to get onto the ball.
Invites you to stick a leg in, doesn't he? And then that's what
That's
he
it.
wants.
needs the ball in the right areas, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But going back to that, yeah, I think Van Nistelrooy doesn't really. He wants them to get in some sort of rhythm, but unfortunately, that rhythm is coinciding with consistent defeats, and it's upsetting that balance really.
Good turn.
I think if he puts another system in, then are they going to be even more at sea?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not always the case. I think there's something to be said for the back three, like you say, Cody in particular.
I think
What they're doing up to now hasn't been working. They've only come up, a little bit short at times, but it hasn't been working. Maybe, a different
what would you?
strategy.
Okay, what would you give for a clean sheet? A scruffy
Yeah, exactly.
0-0.
They get
And
to,
the longer you
get
keep
to
a
keep
clean
an away
sheet-
clean sheet all season.
The longer you keep that clean sheet, the more likely you are of scoring as well. Because
There you go.
the
Because
opposition are coming at you.
yeah, get frustrated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
A scruffy 0-0 where your back's to the wall. A bit like
if I playing devil's advocate, I would have put the back three in tonight myself.
Okay.
But each
I
manager, I'm
understand
not saying
what
it's
you're
the wrong
saying.
decision not to. It's, different ways, and they're different managers. But like they say, that extra security, because whichever formula he's gone for up to now, the back four haven't looked secure, have they?
no,
Not consistently
unfortunately,
enough.
no. And that's how you build.
Yeah,
You build from the. I know
yeah.
you score goals to win games, but you've got to build from the back. You've got to be sturdy. You've got to be strong. You got to be hard to beat, and that starts from the back, moving forward.
And people want to see a really spirited. It doesn't have to be a high quality.
West Ham at home, as
Well,
Matt read.
yeah.
example.
West Ham at home.
But it doesn't have
Bruges
to be a
first game.
high quality
No,
performance. It needs to be resistant and
You just want to feel they
resourceful.
want it, don't you? You want
Yeah.
to feel
Yeah.
players want
Be
it.
horrible to play against,
Yeah.
as best you can be in the modern game. Be difficult to play against, and even that won't be enough in some quarters because it's getting to crunch time, isn't it? Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
Isolated.
Go on.
Just needs support.
Yeah.
One player.
Oh,
It just needs more.
nobody there.
They had one.
That's a
one
perfect
against
example.
Probably was there, wasn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, there was one player with four defenders.
Couple arriving on the edge of the box late, but yeah, only one feasible target, wasn't it?
It's all it takes, though.
Yeah.
It was half a mistake. It was more good play from Vaz to win it back,
Yeah.
wasn't it? But
But
the
you
longer
know
it
what?
stays 0-0, the longer.
But on that,
But again, there's them gaps. It doesn't matter whether it's the three or four. The three centre halves are split that wide, and they're basically taking care of a section. There's no cover on, and Vardy nips in after the mistake.
See, look, when not here, he's not got much. to
Well,
do.
West Ham have mistakes in their locker, don't they? But also, I'm not saying that was the case in that instance there, but you have the mentality, right? The ball was going, Kilman's on there. It looks like it's Kilman's ball. Vardy nicks it, but the midfielders aren't expecting it. Like you could be thinking, expect that mistake.
Yes.
Like just be on that front
I'd
foot.
just be on the front foot,
Yeah,
ready
so
to go a bit
I'll tell
quicker.
you what, it's unlikely, but you never know. Bang it. And then there are another yard or two in the box. Little options, just positive minded.
But it's been, no team's really taken control of this game
No.
so far, have they?
Which you start to see after about 20 minutes, which is roughly where we're at now, just coming up to 18. So you'd have probably, if you'd have said things would have gone the way they'd have gone, you'd have taken that, wouldn't you, so
Yeah.
far?
You would,
That's
but,
what you
but at the
need.
same time, West Ham aren't panicking at the moment because they know that Leicester are vulnerable over the course of the game.
Yeah, they've got 7
Leicester got
minutes,
to prove that wrong tonight.
I think
Done well there.
a first half goal would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, give themselves something.
Just give them
hang on to.
something to go after.
For a change, yeah.
Going into that second half at London Stadium, 0-0, it's a long half.
The
then,
only
isn't it?
time they've done it in recent history, as in the last few months, is Tottenham, isn't it?
Tottenham.
Well, and even then they went 1-0 down, but they got themselves ahead, and they actually hung on to that
Really well,
relatively
yeah.
comfortably, didn't they?
Go forward now.
That's it. Great.
There you go.
Great ball.
One. Get at him. Oh,
Oh, tried his little,
Corner now.
what do we call that?
Flip flap,
Flap,
is it?
innit?
Tried the
Yeah.
flip flap. Yeah.
that's better. Christensen looking forward early.
Yeah.
He has a tendency
Yeah,
when he receives a ball and there's nothing on or there's not the perfect pass on, he'll go back to the centre half.
You think
Take a chance.
See,
That's
I
what
think
he
just
did.
drive at the byline there.
One thing I'll say on that as well.
Invite
Like
him
that
into the
old
challenge.
when he's getting on his right foot.
If he'd
didn't he?
beaten
But
him in the box was Ndidi, Buonanotte and Vardy.
Yeah.
So the options were
And you're
there.
inviting a challenge, aren't
Yeah.
you, there as well?
So at least that solves what you were saying, Jerry, about not getting enough numbers forward. At least
Yeah.
they did in that occasion.
Absolutely.
Great
Christensen's
challenge.
won it back well there as well.
They do look like they want it a bit more, don't they? Kind of sticking themselves
Well,
in.
Bubba's asked Matt, he said, do you think at the moment playing away from home might suit us a little bit more than playing?
Well, I mean, we've not had a great run at home, have we? And we're struggling at home. So I think going and getting 3 points on the road, they'll want that because they know how much that'll help when we do then come home. So I think so.
Oh, that's a
Alana
clearance.
is going to shoot.
So
Oh, what a ball. What a save.
Offside?
It's got
Offside.
to be off. It's got to be off.
I was going to say, save these comments. You're still celebrating. Oh, I'd
West
say
Ham
save these
scored.
comments till afterwards.
It
I
looks
think they've
like
gone
it could
in.
be offside.
They've gone in on the shot. Again, that
Not too
little
much
thing.
celebrating, is there?
No, he's sort of saying he's not sure, is he, Souček?
No, that's how you
A
celebrate.
lot happened then, didn't it? It's hard to know.
It's an unbelievable
If it's a
save.
shot,
Yeah.
then you come off. Was it Kudus? And then I think Souček was behind. We'll have a look here on the replay.
Bowen,
He's on.
That's on side. Bowen's on side. Got him behind Christensen there. Oh, that's
He's got to win
a
that.
strong
Gotta
tackle
win
there
that
from
ball.
Samara.
You've got to win that.
You got to win that one. We did.
Chances to get rid of it.
Samara
too easy.
got a bit.
This clearance here.
This is well before the actual strike.
That's how many chances to get rid of the ball?
Onside.
Yeah, he's on.
The only
Hermanson
thing
going
is off-
in.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then he's, that's a goal.
it's a goal.
You think, it's like your mind's playing tricks with you there, isn't it? Or your eyes are.
Great
one of the
save.
two.
That's an unbelievable save. First up from Mads.
See, we're talking, you know,
The ball goes through goes through James Justin and Walfast. Vestergaard's a little bit onside there and doesn't, but you see the centre forwards on the move. And Vestergaard stopped.
Oh, he's nearly saved the second one as well.
how's it gone between them as well? Fast there, Justin. I know that things don't go your way, do you, when you're struggling, but two bodies together, hips together, and it's gone through the gap there. That is somewhat typical of
Yeah.
Leicester, isn't it?
I was going to say
In the game, reasonably well.
one cross in the box or
Yeah.
one.
Couple of soft challenges,
Yeah. And
switching off, and
Even
you've got to be
just
at it
The,
all the time.
the lack of like even a little bit of the rub of the green, like the save from Mads is incredible.
Yeah.
Just falls
can't-
right to Souček.
Yeah,
he
there's
can't
nothing-
play Mads, obviously.
No,
but just saying,
there's nothing more
he
he-
could get luckier, couldn't he? That
Yeah, but if they're more ruthless and deal with it in the first place, that shot doesn't come in. The cross didn't even come in.
go on.
Good few chances to get rid of the ball, weren't they?
Yeah.
But it means we've got to get the ball down now and give them a go, innit? So
forward, good. Put him on the pillar.
But now, you know, fine lines, you're one mistake away from being right out of it. It puts pressure on, doesn't it? And
it does.
adds tension to the play. Difficult when it's happened before as well. It's difficult for them now.
It's a soft goal. Unfortunately.
Again,
Yeah.
which eats away at you as well, Tags, doesn't it? You think, oh, it's happened again. It's not an unusual occurrence. Got to be really strong-minded now.
Yeah, it could be. Well, it's about digging deep now, I guess, isn't it? Especially the run that they're on at the minute.
I mean, the thing is, it was a decent start, a good start from
Yeah.
Leicester, and then here we go again.
It's just holes
Right.
everywhere.
He's lively, isn't he?
Kudos.
He's brilliant, yeah. He's really good.
Yeah, he's got some.
He's got some
They
feet on him.
they struggled in that last game, West Ham, but he was still wicked.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, really, really
Maybe a
good.
bit of you in your pomp, Tags.
What?
Kudos.
Kudos. Me? What? Maybe for a bit of Strictly.
You never got the
The old,
strictly.
the old Argentinian tango or something like
Tag
that.
Latinio.
Then kudos. Not well ball at my feet.
Good tackle, Samara. And again, it's just the second ball's fallen.
Get there, get there. I think it's sucked in.
Keep it.
Keep it. Corner.
Scrambled defending.
Yeah, because West Ham hadn't, I guess, come out with the whole, they'd just beaten the team in second and they'd not flown out the traps, had they? So that's why it's frustrating. The goal just came from absolutely nothing.
Nothing really. Decent ball in the box, so. but
unfortunately, teams haven't had to play
yeah,
amazingly well
no.
against. They just bide their time, don't they? Sooner or later, something folds. Hermanson under pressure there.
We've seen the first of the Ward-Prowse corners.
Ward-Prowse, yeah, dips, wazzes and swings it in, doesn't he?
What's he giving that for?
This kid went out of play, I think.
Out of play, I think, yeah. Who'd be a football manager? We've done this story there.
Stu's got in touch. A lot of people obviously have got in touch in the comments on YouTube. Thank you to everybody that is. Stu says we always look okay to start with, then it goes downhill a little bit, and that's probably another reason why it is so frustrating, isn't it? Just because it's like the start was there.
Other than Everton, it's been a similar thing, hasn't it? Really. I suppose one way of looking at it is, in this instance, Ruud van Nistelrooy or the players can think. They can relate it to the Tottenham game, maybe.
Yeah.
To a certain level. They started okay-ish, didn't they?
The last trip to London, that was. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
if you want to look for signs or whatever, but sort of clutching a little bit, really.
We've got to at this point.
Well, exactly. I mean, this is a very big game, you have to say.
It's a massive issue.
Every game is, obviously, but it is now. With the run that's coming up.
With Wolves losing the other night, you just think...
you've got to stay in some sort of
Just
context,
get close to them, What would it be? A point or
if
two
they win,
behind?
it'd be two, yeah.
Two, yeah. So, you're within a win then, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, if you look at Leicester, got a real tough run coming up.
Did you pass it?
And it's, I would say favourable, if anything is favourable at the moment. But the 5 games to finish, if you can give yourselves even a sniff,
just a chance out of them last
glimmer of a chance with those 5 games to go, you never know.
Think even maybe 4 points behind with that 5 to go.
Yeah,
you'd probably
you never
be happy
know.
with that because of the run.
Give yourself a fighting chance, but it's a long shot.
But games like this is where you've got to pick up something to give.
Yeah,
that chance.
Yeah, because out the next 6 after it,
it's
if you're getting, in reality, if you get 2 wins out of those next 6, you've done well.
Not only for the points as well this season, but
or win and 3 draws, you've done very well.
Yeah.
But that's a long shot that happening. But you've got to give yourself some sort of opportunity.
Yeah.
Just can't keep hold of it. The minute, I mean, there's been some decent balls going in early, and all right, they're 5 balls, but what West Ham aren't doing is clearing their lines well.
I think.
Sorry, Tags, you
left,
picked up on it, Tags.
Yeah.
Just seeing a replay here of the goal.
Yeah,
I mean, he hasn't actually fizzed that shot in, has he? It's the bodies that have distracted Hermanson.
Yeah.
No, but look at Fass and Justin, how it's gone through them.
Exactly. You think between the Pearl and they could have got it back on?
They're both there. Get something on it.
But again, it's not like West Ham are absolutely battering us.
No,
You know what I mean?
No, it's a good
They're
point.
controlling the game, or
They're happy enough, though, aren't they? They're just, let's say, playing at their pace.
yeah.
Without totally dominating. They're starting to dictate a little bit, but...
Yeah, you feel like you just need one of the players, like Bilal, maybe like what he did against Tottenham, to just get a hold of the game suddenly. And I'm going to do something.
It looks like
There's more bodies around him.
It looks like Potter's giving one of their players a job on him.
On El Canoe.
All in El Canoes, or said as midfielders, as soon as the ball comes anywhere near him, one of you two have to get bang, really tight. Don't give him room to turn and play. And for the most part, that's what's been happening.
North Fox.
Was it Alvarez in there? Was it?
Yeah.
Say again, Dan.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah, North Fox. Matthew has said.
Well,
Just seeing this ball in from Ward Prowse.
You calling me
straight away.
Matthew?
I'm calling you Matthew to differentiate. Has said we could start giving ourselves, start using the squad a little bit more. I mean, 3 changes is something, do you start, at what point do you look at some of the really younger lads? I think he's making that point.
Before I answer that question, call me Matty.
Matty, there we go.
Matty.
Rather than Matty.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Matty. Well, they call me Matty in Leicester parts. Matty Elliott, don't they?
I quite like Matthew.
I like Matthew.
Call me what you want.
called
I know,
you.
really.
Matty. Did, in fact, it would have
Matty
been-
Fred's called Matty.
Oh, right.
You're Matthew or Matt. or Diplodocus.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, call me Dippy.
Dippy. Or the swamp monster.
Swampy.
Swampy.
Swampy. Okay. Right, got it, basically. Sorry. Right. Using the squad.
That's what North Fox has asked anyway on YouTube.
I think you might see that a bit later in the season if, say, things are mathematically impossible. Then you may well see some of the younger players getting blooded. But I think
Younger players, yeah.
I think the risk is if he does it now and then we don't stay up, that's going to be he's going to be blamed for that.
Yeah,
Point.
you're going to go. I mean, he has done as well, hasn't he? He's gone pretty much the majority of the time for experience as best he can, hasn't he? Other than a Coley, but that was only after a few games, wasn't it? and he's retracted back on that decision. So I don't really see it. Like, I think he's tried to stick with the same team as best he can, as often as he can. So I don't think there'll be too many changes, not in the immediate future.
he's got quick feet, hasn't he? Kudos. Again,
See, Mavididi is one that people will be thinking possibly deserves a start or deserves a go. But he's had opportunities. It sort of flatters to deceive a little bit, really, in this Premier League, certainly. Although you do feel if anyone's going to, the more sort of possible game changers Leicester have got out there, the better, isn't it?
that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got the pace to get at a full-back. I don't think Decorative Reid has.
No, he's more likely to have
you're just weighing up the pros and the cons of each scenario, aren't you? And I think especially from a fan's point of view, they want to see someone who's going to have got a bit of pace, has a bit of skill. I'm not saying Decorative Reid can handle the ball, but just a bit of one-on-one flair.
that bit of pizzazz.
So and you can totally understand it, but then what he lacks in pace, he makes up an experience.
Well, especially when, I mean, if Mavididi had a run of 10 games and Leicester had the form that they've had, then people would be saying, perhaps Dick or David Reid then.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Well, yeah.
And he probably warrants an opportunity. I don't think anyone would begrudge it if they saw him on the field sooner rather than later.
Yeah, sooner, I was going to say.
What do you think of Mavididi, Matt?
I think he's brilliant on his day. And I think, like you said, you want a player just for that back foot, that West Ham back four, to think, obviously they've kind of got El Khanis's number at the minute. I think with a Mavididi, it's just like, okay, we do have to be careful there. Because when he gets the ball down, he only thinks one thing, doesn't he? And it's to run at you. Like you said, Matty, I think it's just, if we're going to do it, let's do it sooner rather than later. For me, one of my biggest pet peeves is bringing someone on with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's like, as a footballer, you're only just getting warmed
You
up.
don't want to go on.
You're only just getting warmed up with 5 minutes, you know, so.
Here we go. Oh, slip.
Kudos against Vestergaard. Stood him up reasonably well there, Vestergaard. He's done well, hasn't he?
Wan-Bissaka.
Saka. Since he's gone to West Ham.
Yeah, he looks really good, doesn't he?
See there, like, I don't know what he's expected to do with that El Khanis, really.
Yeah, he's got 3 players around him, hasn't he?
He gets swamped, doesn't he, as soon as he
Somebody
gets
brought his back, yeah.
This is... Oh! Not a Megs.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh my God.
Yeah, Christensen does eventually clear it. Go on, we can
There you
clear
go.
that.
Pick that up.
Oh,
it's unlucky.
it's unlucky.
Well, at least they've read
Well,
the situation.
again, it's it's a long ball, but West Ham don't deal with it well.
Well, Bonanotti's done well
I
there.
think.
And who's in support with him?
I think he's took the wind out of him, hasn't he?
Oof.
I know.
So I knew whoever there was.
Scott Linney has decided that you're going to be Matthew.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks for that.
Well, it used to be only my mother would call me Matthew.
Chief Brody says he's
take
talking about Mavadidi, saying maybe don't ask him to do the defensive stuff. Just literally say to him, especially if we're 1-0 down away.
Do what Mahrez
Just
used
literally
to do.
just
hang out.
Yeah, yeah.
do whatever you want. Let Buonanotte maybe drop in, because he does like to do his defensive work. But just say to Mavadidi, actually, you just go and have
Just go for it. Yeah. What have you got to lose, really? 1-0 down.
Well, especially without being too critical when everyone's back. They don't look that secure defensively anyway. So you might as well have an outlet
Yeah.
there.
Well, we've had a few breaks, haven't we? But we haven't really had that break.
Well, what it does do is gives the opposition a bit of food for thought.
Think about it, exactly. Wan-Bissaka's having a stroll up so far, isn't he, really? I mean, he's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league, in fairness to him. Cordova-Reid, he's probably come up against him many times. I bet he hasn't had too much joy against him. Not many forwards do, in fairness, not in 1v1s.
But if Mavadidi can isolate, was it Kilman or Todibo, isn't it?
Yeah, he could cut
There's been
inside,
3 or
couldn't
4
he?
times that they haven't cleared their lines well, West Ham.
Exactly. That where Cordova-Reid is running now, in behind Todibo, as you say.
Be a great ball. It is. Unlucky.
You know, difficult to deal with that ball there. I wouldn't lay any blame at Cordova-Reid, but you know, if a better ball, Mavadidi straight into that area, possibly.
And he's quicker as well, isn't he? I guess.
Yeah.
Like, pace scares people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll know as defenders.
Oh, we had bags of it, man. We were
Between us.
oozing out of us. We were getting rid of it. We were that quick, weren't we, Matt?
Beating
Trying to get rid of
Thierry
it.
Henry in one-on-one.
Yeah, just
He's got to have been the one that you played against the most, probably the quickest, was he?
Me and Tags were like
When you played?
2 yards ahead up here, though. We're still 5 yards behind. Even with that.
Was that Henry then?
Henry the
quickest to play?
quickest.
Henry or Giggs.
Well,
Giggs.
younger Giggs.
Henry
yeah.
to directly come up against, yeah. I'll tell you who's the quickest. John Williams. Played for Coventry. He was a postman. Played against him non-league. He played non-league team in pre-season. He played for Swansea. Came up against him when he was playing for Torquay, Swansea.
Yeah.
Oh, he won the 100-metre
He did.
challenge. You know,
Yeah.
they used to run the Wembley pitch before a cup final.
So I was at Barnsley at the time.
The quickest
and,
players.
and they sent me in to do it.
Shut up.
They did. But I pulled my hammer in the warm-up. I told them.
They sent you in?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
'Cause no one
Who
wanted
filled
to
the
do it.
whippets?
I know.
Each club would send a player to.
They
That's
go
right.
through heats,
Yeah.
right? In different games. Hang on, West Ham, dangerous position, Ward-Prowse. To Bowen,
Oh.
near post, tries to wrong foot Hermanson, not too far wide, but dangerous play again for the Hammers. But yeah, going back to that, so they do heats somewhere, Tags, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Was it FA Cup final day?
You'd
or
never get away
playoff
with that
day?
these days. Imagine a
risk.
player got injured in that.
They just was it FA Cup final?
I'm not sure. I can't
Or
remember.
before the
But yeah.
playoff cup final or
Yeah.
something. And I don't know if there were Premier League players involved or was it just outside the Premier League, whichever.
No, that wasn't
Everyone,
just. It was
The
all
quickest
all
players.
football league.
I
all
think
the
it's the full
football league.
length of a football pitch.
Yeah.
Right.
It was 100 metres.
Or was it 100 metres?
100 metres.
So they just bang, that's it, race, like that. John Williams won it. I played against him.
Before the game.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, no, he wasn't playing in the final.
I was going to say, yeah.
No, it was like...
Imagine.
Yeah. No. You got involved?
Jude Bellingham pulled
No,
his
I
hammy
didn't.
in that before.
In the 100
I didn't do the race in the end. But yeah, I've got because no one else would do it.
What is it? It was got to be someone quicker than you,
Yeah,
Barnsley.
of course it was. Not many, like.
But Premier League wise, Henry then.
Yeah, he's up
I
there.
can't think of many quicker,
No.
to be fair.
He was rapid, wasn't
Thing is, he didn't look it, did he? It was so easy. He just glided, didn't he? It was,
Yeah.
You see something pumping and
He
snarling
didn't.
and whatever. It's just feather-light.
Again, he's got to do better there, Christensen. He gets back well, decent clearance.
Whole package, wasn't he? Thierry Henry.
I mean, that Arsenal team,
Oh,
amongst...
they were the
No,
best.
I mean, Manchester United obviously were brilliant, but when you're in the tunnel there, when you're looking, and you got Bergkamp,
They were the best.
Henry,
Played again. They had
Perez,
everything. Talking about full
Overmars.
package, that team,
Yeah.
full package. They were tall,
Then Vieira,
strong,
yeah.
lean, athletic, powerful,
Skillful.
strong-minded,
Yeah.
and they could play. Quick, most of them.
because it was Henry, I think he said, he did a podcast, didn't he? And he mentioned you two by name.
Ben
Said that
Foster's.
they were like, you know, the horrible type games you'd go to, and it'd be like Taggart and Elliott at the back for Leicester. But I imagine like Arsenal didn't really let you bully them back then. Presumably when the Vieira's a captain, he's not going to let anything like that go, is it?
Tony Adams, Martin Keown as well.
No, we very rarely got anything off Arsenal, deservedly. So they were. I mean, we felt we could compete on Man U having an off day, and we played well against Man U. We got a win, didn't we?
Yeah,
We got a draw
a
up
draw.
there. A couple of other close games, despite them being class. But Arsenal, you know,
Big ask.
if you talk about genuine belief, if I'm honest, we didn't really think we were going to get a result against them. We thought, go on, let's give it a go, lads. But
Yeah.
waiting for the inevitable. So they was,
What about West Ham back then?
West Ham were beatable back then. Although
No, but I mean just in terms of that team.
we played
Young Lampard,
They had a
was
great front three. After Martin's time under Peter Taylor, we played at Upton Park. And they had Di Canio, David Sucre, and Freddie Canute up front. Oh my word! Did we get chasing? Right? We got. I went to head it. I was quite tall. I was decent in the air, and I thought, right, I'm marking Canute, and I'll give him the all. Timed it well. Good spring. Matty's ball. He just looked at me like that, bounced up, sprung off. It was a springs on the bottom of his feet. Got up there and just chested it down. His chest was about a foot above my head. I was like, well, I've got my hands full tonight. They give us a roasting taste.
Yeah.
Playing that game.
I did, yeah.
But Tim Flowers had the game of his life.
See, absolute worldie against Davil Sucre.
Yeah, he was like a human wall. And then Di Canio got frustrated, got sent off.
Oh, chance.
Oh, you're joking,
That's why I
man.
was talking because I didn't think anything was occurring. It looked innocuous. One of the worst corners you'll ever see from Ward Prowse, and it's not cleared.
Bowen has scored. It's 2-0 before the break. That is a hammer blow.
Literally, no pun intended.
No, it wasn't, but...
You can see Ruud van Nistelrooy's not happy with that.
Like you can't legislate for that sort of defending. I don't see exactly who it was. It was probably a combination of, but have another look at the replay. Ward Prowse, poor delivery for a change.
It's a near post. Doesn't get cleared. Oh no. You can't have...
Vardy
It's about 2 yards. He's about 2 yards from the byline.
should be winning that header. It's a bit of a skerfuffle.
Deflects off about 2 or 3
Played
players.
through Vestergaard's legs.
Watch this.
Was it an own goal in the end?
Is that handball?
It was bounced onto Bowen. Vardy's unaware where the ball's gone, really. Through Vestergaard's legs.
Oh,
Hit Hermansen.
It's
goes in.
Herman's, the inside of Hermanson's left arm and goes back into the net.
It
But
reminds me that, I mean, Mads
Keystone
is
Cup.
asking for handball. No, it reminds me that the Arsenal goal when
Yeah.
it was 2-2 and they got a corner and it deflected off about 2 players. I think Ndidi, it went in off Ndidi, didn't it? And that just...
If you're being kind, you can say that was very unfortunate. In 3 instances, really. But, you know, how often can you keep being unlucky for?
it's a soft goal.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an element
There is an element of
misfortune.
misfortune, well,
Yeah.
deflections, but again,
Vardy's won the header. He's trying to. He pulled pulled his head out of it a bit because
Well,
he's going to get clunked.
Yeah, but
And
that's what I'm saying.
hit the floor.
Bowen's knee's high, isn't it? Does he come in with his knee there?
But another time it ricochets out. Goal
Yeah,
kicked, and
yeah.
Vardy can't, slightly unaware where it is, falls into Bowen's path, fortuitously. Vestergaard, sorry, because of the size of him, he's put his knees together. It clipped his inside of his leg and it bounced through.
Again,
Hermanson inside of the hands to go in the goal.
He's got for me.
I think they're
We'll go and block
did
it on
it
the
actually
side.
not come off the Leicester player originally for the corner as it was?
But he stands his ground. For me,
he should've
Vestergaard,
been
as
a
soon
goal
as the
kick,
ball
innit?
hits the
Okay.
ground and Bowen picks it up, he's got to move towards the ball.
It
and
happened
close the
quickly,
angle
but
there.
rather than standing there,
Yeah.
close the angle. What are you saying, Bates?
It looked
whether it's
like
a
they were
corner or not.
looking whether it was actually a corner or not.
Right.
Surely he's pushed in the back.
Yeah, so he didn't win the header, did he?
Yes,
give us
they
one.
were looking at a replay, a close angle of, I think, El Canouse has gone to maybe block a cross. It didn't look like it hit him and went out of play, so it shouldn't have been a corner anyway. Steve Hinks says, why don't we just go for it now? We might as well throw caution to the wind. Is it better now to lose 4-0, really going for it? I don't know.
Well, it might be a conversation he has it. He won't do it now. It'll happen at half time or on the usual 60-minute mark or something like that. But yeah, basically.
You'd want something at half time, no? Would you not?
Well, of course.
Well, it might.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the half-time team top might change if James Justin whacks this in from
This is what-
35
He's capable.
yards out.
He's done it before.
He fancies it, doesn't he? Definitely fancies it, James Justin here.
Why
He's
not?
a good. That is 35 plus yards.
Let's comment afterwards.
Eh?
Let's comment afterwards.
When
If
an
he
offer
balloons
stood
it
over it
40
as well,
yards
but
over
I
the
think,
top.
I think
you know,
JJ
it's,
fancies this.
Well, he's on it.
It's what?
Pick up the scraps.
In fairness, he had plenty of distance to get that over the wall. Maybe not up and
That looks as if that is the half-time
over and
whistle.
down.
At the London Stadium, Ruud van Nistelrooy is marching down the tunnel.
To kill the last
He
couple
looks-
of minutes as well, isn't it?
He does look angry there, Ruud, doesn't he? I mean, to be fair, rightly so. His team are 2-0 down.
West Ham haven't had to do a lot
No.
to be 2-0 up.
No.
That's the main issue.
Hermanson hasn't actually done a lot, has he? Other than
He's actually made a couple of good saves, really. Hasn't he? He's just been really unlucky.
Both the goals, though, there is an element of fortune, isn't it? There just isn't going Leicester's way. There's a number of other things wrong, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like there's so many times we're saying, oh, any other day, that Fass and Justin, that literally goes between them. Another day, that's blocked.
But that's what happens.
said
when
that a
you
while
don't-
though, haven't we?
you don't-
Make your own luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't make the right decisions in those split seconds.
And sometimes it's the decisions leading up to the ball getting there.
Exactly.
You know, there's 3 or 4 chances you've got to get rid of the ball and you don't. And you're going to pay for it. So
Exactly that.
Tale of the last month or so, Matt, though, isn't it, really?
yeah, it's been tough, hasn't it? I think we're all feeling it. I think it's nice that we all come in positive. I think that's important. I think the players need that. And they're going to need that going into these last sort of 10 or so games, whatever it is left. So, but yeah, so I'm thinking at half time.
Yeah, when we're talking, we sort of, of course we want to see it from a positive point of view, but at the same time we sort of have to counter that a little bit with the reality of what we've seen over the last few weeks, months even.
Yes, well, it's half-time then at the London Stadium. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the second half. We will leave you, though, because it is, as you can see, with the trophy on the table, the cake. Do you want to lift up the cake, Jerry, one more time for the camera? It's hidden a bit behind the trophy. A 25-year anniversary cake. It is the 25th.
Can we change the competition? Whoever gets it right, I get to smash this into my face.
Yeah, that would be. I think we'll be inundated with
Fine by me.
I'll get involved. That's the thing. Yeah, it is the 25th anniversary of Leicester City's League
that
Cup win,
spike
of which these two obviously played a huge role in, particularly Matt, who scored both of the goals that day. And here he is talking through what happened 25 years ago to the day. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time.
Here we go. No better moment than this. No better feeling than this. Nerve-wracking at that time. I mean, the explosions of those pyrotechnics. I saw them not so long ago. I knew they were loud. I knew they were pretty extravagant, but frightened the life out of most of us, wouldn't they? Went to town on that, and I do remember sort of walking through the mist and the smoke and checking that I was still in the right direction behind Martin to represent, you know, the club as the captain there, walking out on the pitch at Wembley. You know, you've got a job to do, but look at that scene there, all the hordes of Leicester fans coming down the M1. Yeah, we had a few lumps, shall we say, in the team, myself included, Gerry. Yeah, lots of targets to hit, and as long as we covered the main areas at Emil Eski as well, of course, front, middle and back of the goal, we thought we had a decent chance of causing a bit of chaos, but the Gups would put it on the money more often than not. It was actually unusual movement for me, anyway, and you can see here a spin and end up goal side of Dave Challoner, who was marking me. I just went with the flow and came up with that movement, and thankfully it worked. This wasn't quite so impressive there. Taglatinho, as he likes to call himself, he shouted for the header. I was going to go for it. You hear Tag shout, you keep out of the way. You know he's coming steaming through, so I tried to recover my position, but a little bit too late. Falls to David Kelly, who's as good a finisher as most, and then rattles it past Tim Flowers at the near post, I may add. So I'm not taking all the blame on my shoulders, but fair to say I had to get up the other end and sort things out. You know, that was a moment that, I don't know, beyond dreams, really. You never, as a youngster, possibly you think about, oh, wouldn't it be lovely to score a goal in a major cup final at Wembley? You don't even consider scoring two. Slightly more straightforward header, shall we say. The weird thing is, you don't capture it there, but very rarely are you confident that your contact is going to result in a goal. But there's actually a picture there of me smiling before the ball goes towards the goal. And in fact, I think there's even one, I'm sort of half smiling before I've even headed the ball. But for some reason, I just knew where to put it. That's great looking back on that, seeing the joy on everyone's faces. Phil Gilchrist, my old compadre from Oxford United and Leicester City. Was he? Top man was. That cut on my cheek is not a war wound. I'm getting congratulations off Martin. Not a war wound, that was actually, there's big tags. See, I haven't seen this for many years, if at all. Nice seeing this side of things, but yeah, that cut on my cheek was actually thanks to Robbie Savage running up to me, jumping on me, and his teeth digging into my cheek. There we go. No better moment than this. No better feeling than this. Happy days, happy days. Look, didn't get long to hold of the cup, did I? Neil Lennon grabbing it off me. Getting a chance to celebrate at the old Wembley Stadium, the last League Cup final ever at that stadium. I know the fans have been there a few occasions, but to win a major trophy with them, just as good as it gets, really, and to share that with the supporters as well. Massive celebrations. From that moment onwards, see the joy on everyone's faces is brilliant to see, and you know, that carried on all the way back through the night, didn't it? Back up the M1, through the city as a whole, and the happiness and the sense of achievement as well, and the enjoyment. The supporters are magnificent, aren't they? The Blue Army. And those feelings and those memories have been carried on for the last 25 years. I still see people in the streets, they still mention about the joy that day brought them, and it has done ongoingly.
There's a few banners actually in the players. To signal that Leicester are straight back up to the Premier League.
People gives you wings.
Everyone has a dream destination that they wish to visit in their lifetime, where you can cross off your travel bucket list and becomes your unforgettable experience. Let your never-ending stories in Thailand inspire the world.
done. You saw the competition there. You've got about another 2 minutes to get involved with that competition before effectively the lines close for it. So a tour with Matt Elliott would be good. It's a good job the cameras is as far away from us as it is, and there's no real close-ups because we've all
Covered in blood.
Well, I got cake.
You've got blue teeth.
Matt has literally got blue teeth, a blue tongue, blue
Your
lips.
teeth have changed from brown to blue.
I've had an allergic reaction.
Yeah, we've all had a slice of the cake, which we must say is absolutely
And a cup of tea.
delicious. So thank you to Liz / the Foss Bakeaway for that. We've got a cup of tea as well on the go. We've probably had a nicer 15 minutes than what the players have,
Yeah.
I imagine, at the London Stadium. Thanks to everyone, as ever, for getting involved with us in the comments section. If you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to Leicester City Football Club. Hit that like button as well, as Corey always says. Thank you for that. Couple of comments. Leicester City forever, or Leicester City fan even. He says, guys, I believe we can come back. And also, it should never have been a corner. So we were right there
You
in
spotted
thinking that.
Didn't you? Did you see that, Matt?
Yeah, we did see that. Yeah.
Jane says, at least you had some cake as a consolation at half-time. We did indeed. That was very nice.
Yeah, very nice. That
Yeah, and people obviously...
Once every 25 years, a bit of blue,
Yeah,
bit of
that's
blue
right.
stain cake.
Well, flipping hard and wait long for that cake.
Yeah. Yeah, Stu says, tea and cake, lovely, enjoy.
Well,
Thank you, Stu. We certainly are doing.
Just
And
wish there was a couple
hopefully-
of...
Life's got to go on. Hasn't
Yeah,
it?
and Matt said to me just before you two came and sat down, he said, how good would a 3-2 be? Yeah, it would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it, if Leicester can come back in the second half? Let's hope
World
so.
away at the moment, but it was lovely.
You never know.
Just kicked off now for the second half. It's a good point. You never know, dear.
That's football.
Football.
That's why we love it. But if we're all being honest, the signs aren't looking good, are they? And I always think back, I don't think back, but I just think, well, the run that Ruud van Nistelrooy's on as a manager, what does he actually say at half-time to his players to try and motivate them? Seriously.
Well, I think he did look frustrated, he looked angry, disappointed, he looked a lot of things, didn't he? But what I was thinking, I think that was part of his thing. I think his body language was saying, like, what can I do? But
It must affect
the answer to that is, some people will say, well, you haven't tried enough variances. And he still hasn't
It hasn't made a change.
now,
change,
as it stands, which I think a lot of managers would have at half-time. He wouldn't even give them 5, 10, 15 minutes.
What did Martin used to do? If you were really awful.
He'd whip you off, mate.
Tear you to shreds.
Tear you to shreds and whip you off.
Taking you off to the best lesson, though, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it
There's no
works.
more lesson than that, is there?
Yeah.
And these players, like, they
It
can
wouldn't be any messing about. It's just like, bang.
still being on the pitch, you'd think, wow, I don't have to show up. I'm still going to be playing, you know? It's
What was the one tags at Crystal Palace? We played Crystal Palace in the early rounds of the Cup. Since I joined the club, I was doing all right. I had a stinker first half. He just said,
Matty, pull yourself out of that quagmire.
he said, 1.6 million I paid for you. You've been magnificent. So tonight,
You're not
I wouldn't pay £1.60. He went, get in the shower, you're coming off. That was it. I was like, but
And this was half-time as well.
yeah, he just bang, off.
He did me at half-time against Tottenham at Filbert Street. In fairness, I was playing with a broken toe.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
No violin again. But it worked. It did its job. One, I didn't need telling. I was shocking. I'm like, come on, that can't happen again. But Martin picked up and he thought, wow, I've got to do everything in the preparation and everything in my psyche and everything about yourself. Give them the best opportunity for that to never happen again. Because if it did,
Yeah.
you don't want Martin on your case. You don't want to let yourself down, either, and teammates, etc.
Well, yeah, I suppose that probably even more so. I mean, well, Martin's maybe a different story, but the players, you didn't want your fellow teammates to be looking at you thinking, what are you doing?
Well, you don't want to look silly, yeah.
Yeah.
For your own purposes. Then the teammate, manager, supporters, everything, the whole lot.
Oh, he's done well there, indeed.
It's the best he could hope for, really. He was
Going nowhere. was he?
going nowhere. Shot it by 2 West Ham players and gets himself a free kick, albeit deep in Leicester City's half.
You've got to be able to look people in the eye afterwards, haven't you?
Yeah.
Know that you're giving your best.
He does look angry, doesn't he, Rude?
He don't look
Every
happy.
time the camera pans to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, we all are, aren't we, of a Leicester persuasion? We're all not happy with what we're seeing. He probably more than anyone has.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, as much of a name that he has and being able to deal with the pressure and with the career that he had as a player, you know, with the record he's got at the moment as a manager under Leicester City, it's just, it's got to be soul destroying.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be him.
No.
It's a thankless job right now, doesn't it? And you think, you know, where is the light at the end of the tunnel? But having said that, I know a lot of supporters are going to be thinking now, they're going to be thinking what we just said. Where are the changes? Where are,
Yeah.
you know, you've got to try and do something a little bit different.
Go on.
If you want a different outcome.
Oh,
What? Got to win that ball.
He's got to win it.
Okay, you're worried about a booking if you get it wrong, but you've got to,
I think they were assuming
make
it was
some
gonna
sort
be a
of
free
challenge,
kick,
haven't
weren't
you?
they? But they
Up.
well played.
Better.
That's better.
Go on. Run him.
Go on.
Just keep going. Keep going all the way
not
into
body's fault. What was that? I'm not sure what Canusa was doing there. He had 2.5 options and he
Yeah.
picked the third.
I mean, presumably the defender tackled him there.
I don't know.
He
Those-
played that
he,
himself.
he plays it with the outside of his foot.
Yeah,
wasn't
did you
it?
think
It's
someone was there or?
that was bizarre, to be fair.
No.
But I tell you what, I like Buonanotte when he comes central like that,
Hmm.
alongside El.
Creates overload, doesn't it? It gives the opposition something to think about. Like fullback is, you've got no one to pick up, or well, left-sided centre half if you like, Cresswell in this instance. But yeah, but they can play off each other, can't they? Buonanotte and Canusa, although it hasn't happened often enough.
Nice cup of tea, that, Jerry. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. On the 25th
I think it's the cake that
anniversary.
makes it taste nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll get
Those
rid of your
bits
blue
don't
stained
get that
tongue
much.
as well,
Yeah.
Beatty.
They're going. They're on the way out.
You got some water down there, Matt. That'll help.
Allergic reaction, mate.
Free kick.
Well, we're all accustomed to the usual cakes and treats, aren't we, that are brought in? They always taste good.
That sponge was really light, though. Wasn't
That
it?
was.
It was really tasty.
What do you mean the usual? We don't normally get it, do we?
Well, we get brownies, don't we, as well?
Oh, yeah, Liz looks after us.
Spoilt.
How long's your band been formed then?
It's coming up to 3 years now.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, not too long in the grand scheme.
Were you in another band before that?
No,
or-
this is my first ever venture.
Is it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
What were you doing before that then?
Working.
Right.
Yeah, I was an engineer.
Was you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for Severn Trent,
Right?
the water people. Yeah, so I did that.
That's
for...
quite old in relative terms, is it, to start?
Yeah,
seriously
yeah,
involved?
yeah, it definitely is. I mean, yeah, definitely is. I'm definitely banking on it now, being the age I am. But it's going the direction
Lucky
I'm
you've
hoping
got
it
that
will.
baby face, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll try and keep it. Yeah, try. And keep it. These games aren't making it any easier. To but yeah, so
What's the biggest crowd audience that you played in front of these days?
15, 20,000. I
Really?
think. Yeah, we were on tour with Jess Glynn last year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we played to some pretty big crowds there. So
Go down well?
yeah, pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
as well as we'd have wanted to, for sure. Hoping for another summer like last year.
What about crowding for your own purposes?
It would have been the one that Dan came to not
The
long ago.
O2.
Yeah, the O2. That was about 1,600 people. I
But
think.
that was full on. You must have been in there, you two, at some point.
Yeah.
Before, yeah.
Sold out, even like the top bits as well.
Yeah,
like,
fully-
it was a full,
Yeah, it's
full
decent,
sellout.
yeah.
It was-
Yeah, so it's a lot of people. Doesn't sound like a lot, especially when you're used to football terms. But
Ah,
No, no.
plenty. And that was just
No, for a new, but you are
Just to
still
see
relatively
us.
a new band
Yeah.
as well, aren't you?
just to see us as well, you know, you can go on a support tour. No one's, you know, you can do your job, but no one's really there to see you. But to have 1,600 people pay their money
well,
to
they
come,
both serve the purposes, don't they?
of course they do. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all good fun, but
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you are right. It's a bit late to go for it, but you know what? I thought
Ah, never too
Why
late.
not?
you got to do what you
Like
want.
Leicester, never too late.
No, exactly.
Okay, but no, exactly. Better late than never.
Too right.
Well, we can do another plug then. This is Matt from the Mercians.
Yeah.
Check them out. You're everywhere, aren't you? On
Yeah, you can Google us now and we'll come up. we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. But yeah, check us out. Hopefully you'll like a few things.
Yeah. I had a little listen earlier. Betsy put you on
Did he?
Spotify.
Yeah. Spotify, yeah. Was it out?
I was impressed.
No, thank you.
60,000 monthly listeners on Spotify
Unbelievable.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a big music fan, I have to admit. I used to be, but I've sort of gone off it. But I liked it. I
Oh,
like
thank
what
you
I
very
heard.
much. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a few people listening
That's
to it
not
now.
really an endorsement. You need to worry.
Yeah, that's it. Pack up. So,
Is that a bad
still
thing?
got some colleagues at Severn Trent again, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've always got that number in my pocket. Yeah,
It's the best endorsement you'll get off me. It's the best I can do it at the minute, but so I'm not really a music
If you'd have told me 2 years ago, I'd have been at Leicester at the King Power getting.
Go on. Gotta get up.
Sitting deep again, soaking up pressure, not too much of an outlet there.
There.
Is that
I mean,
handball, I think?
Not for the first time, Canoes, yeah, as it happens, it's ended up with handball and Leicester's free kick. But they're finding Canoes, and Canoes has got 4 people around him.
Yeah. So I mean, they're doing a job on him.
Yeah.
Every time he's on the ball, West Ham are doing a job.
But also, partially, because Leicester's so many bodies, so deep,
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah, there's that as well.
understandably the tension is there, the nervousness is there to defend, but
Just
For
so
me-
go on, Matt.
For me, I feel like when you've got a player that they're onto and they're kind of got his number, do you not think someone like Buonanotte needs to be really close to El Canoes? Because all it is a little
yeah,
1-2,
look for him as the outlet, yeah.
and
yeah.
you've opened up the whole game then, haven't you? If you've caught 3 of them.
But like in an ideal world, you're right. I mean, that's what he's trying to do here a bit, isn't it? Leicester in possession.
He's going to go back.
On backwards to Christensen, he goes back in turn. But Buonanotte's not playing as a right winger. He goes inside.
He's got a bit of space here.
As he used to play when Steve Cooper was manager
Yeah.
as well. He'd come inside.
He's always going to come in, isn't he? Yeah.
Fullback come outside.
That's no chance.
But because all hands to the pump, they're defending too deep as a whole, but too many bodies too deep as well. And there's no outlet when they do get possession.
Brody has said on YouTube, I would bring on Mavididi and just tell him to run at that back four, and he'll do that. We've just seen shots of some of the Leicester players warming up. I saw the likes
on
of
Winks there.
Winks
as well.
and Ayew, so maybe we'll see a couple of those at some point. But yeah, Mavididi, why not? 2-0 down.
We haven't really gave them a go, have we? Really, not
No.
much pressure on them.
And Samari was a little bit weak on the first goal on a couple of occasions. Hasn't really had an influence. Maybe there is a time for Winks to, we know what he can do. He can get things ticking over a bit, Winks. Mavididi can cause a problem.
Just a corner.
No guarantees.
Offside.
Yeah, I think he's off.
Well, that's tight, isn't it? Tight for their flag to go up.
Brave of him, wasn't it?
Oh,
A risky ball out from Christensen there and cut out. Just on the back foot again now. Like I say again, they're quite efficient and neat enough on the ball. Haven't had to do anything spectacular, West Ham, have they?
yeah. What we now?
Can't get anywhere now.
57. It's just over half an hour to go. I think it's might be worth seeing what's happens from the bench, shall we say?
Even if Van Nistelrooy doesn't particularly have too much faith in his bench, I think he's obligated to make a change.
Agreed. I can't see this 11 getting much out of the game, so.
No, can't continue with more of the same, can you?
Too many passengers on the pitch at the minute.
Go on, I've won it back fairly high up there.
He's done well. Now, that's it.
Better.
Turn.
Options.
Go forward now. Go forward.
Oh, that's not
He's
the
got-
ball. That's not the
Go on,
ball
lads.
he's got there, but
20
it's not
yards
the
to
ball.
run.
No, he's got to run with that.
Yeah. They're trying to draw someone out, isn't it?
Corner. Come on, get a goal here early on now in this second half.
Touch better.
But it was controlled possession, which was an upgrade on what we've seen, and then fortunate ball into the box, to be fair, but so
Fancy yourself here?
myself,
Yeah.
25 years ago.
maybe, if Guts was putting it in the kill zone. That's not a bad layback. Oh, ball short from Canoes. First man.
Trying to be too cute there, wasn't he?
The way
Whip that
Whip
hard.
that.
it was nice as well, wasn't it? Exactly, it was perfect, the layback.
That's a foul.
Come on, ref.
Got to be a yellow, surely. Chopped him down.
Chopped him.
So, double change. Here we go. Then Harry Winks and Steffi Mavididi coming on. That's positive.
Yeah, I think people will be happy to see that.
Yeah.
Not before time, but enough time to make an impact.
Who's going off?
Well, it's not Buonanotte, so that's good.
They could overread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Samare.
Samari.
Yeah, presumably Samari and Decodever. I think they might play out this free kick.
I don't think you trust Winks and Samari together.
I think indeed.
Like for Ndidi to go off, yeah. Wrong ball. I mean, Wilfred can challenge, but I mean...
Yeah, Bobby Decod over Reed is the first change. He'll come off for Steffi Mavididi, and then Harry Winks is on for, I think that was Samare's one, but yeah, Booba Samare. Yeah, it is Booba Samare as well. So the two changes, basically, you just predicted there.
Yeah, straightforward enough.
Too similar, them two.
Yeah, Steve says Winks, yes, he's happy to see him come on.
Yeah.
You can see him, he dictates the ball well, doesn't he, Harry Winks?
Winks hasn't done a lot wrong, really. You know, it's a different proposition for him, as it is for everyone in the Premier League. You know, he doesn't run the show like he did in the Championship, but he's got his attributes, hasn't he, Harry Winks, for sure. With the ball, he's Premier League quality.
Go on.
Oh.
So Mavididi there.
Just had a
It's
snap.
first shot. He's having a go.
First shot we've had in.
Yeah, I think we had one shot, indeed, wasn't it, early on?
Well, at least that's the
About
sort of
it.
attitude, even if it was never on from there, but that's the sort of attitude you're looking for.
He said as well to the
Fire in his
I'm
belly.
assuming 3,000, 4,000 Leicester fans, fair play, that have made the trip to West Ham tonight. He said, right, you know, I've come. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and just create something, do something, score a goal.
Well, it's got to the stage where even the fans, Mavididi's putting himself about. I mean, the question is, maybe that should happen a little bit more.
Sour ball. Yes, come on.
Scrapping for it.
Yeah, Mavididi's just sprinting.
Supporters want to see it.
He's just like literally Terminator. Last three challenges.
Someone's upset him.
I like that.
Well, that's the first time I've seen that from him.
Well, exactly. Then you got to ask, why ain't been fired up like
I
that
think
before?
it might have been the Everton game, Matt, that you were at, maybe, or Villa, one of them where he came on with about 20, 25 minutes to go and clearly was angry. He wished he would start.
It was
Came
Everton,
on and
yeah.
He
Really,
needs
like,
to play like he's angry.
yeah.
He was
At the
really
start.
good.
He's got ability, without a doubt. But you've got to see a little bit of fire, a little bit of spirit, or a lot of fire and spirit. Not just from the subs.
Again, that's
Look
good.
at him go, yeah.
It's good for Mavididi. All right.
It's not being
Wan-Bissaka comes away with a ball, but at least
it's not being joined because
Great challenge.
you want your bodies supporting him as well. But they've all got to be like that as best they can, as often as they can. That's the only way they'll give themselves a chance.
Yeah.
And supporters deserve that as well. You don't want to see like
Especially those that have gone
a little
down.
bit of a whimper there and 2-0 or whatever, conceding a late goal or whatever it is. Just go out with a whimper is hugely frustrating for supporters. The effort and
At least if you lose, you go out with a fight.
effort they put in. Yeah, exactly.
it's unlucky.
Bad attempt, yeah. It's not a
Good
bad
bit of link-up play. Just that final ball again. Yeah.
Still,
Just too many passengers. And then Mavididi comes on and starts upsetting a few fellers, which is great to see.
Hopefully, him
But-
can spark things
But
off.
that's it. It's him. He's doing it on his own.
Have the others got it in them? Have they got the energy, sort of, and the adrenaline? Is it pumping around because are they mentally frustrated or are they mentally fatigued? I understand getting out too easy there. That left-hand side. See, that's the downside to Mavididi going chasing. He's left that space open. But
Get up.
who's he got? Mavididi in left-back position, pumps it forward.
He gets the throw.
Settle for that, got a throw.
One long ball.
That's the best he
Nothing
for.
on to get a throw in.
Don't worry, Vardy.
They'll just put him under a bit of pressure, yeah.
West Ham responding with some subs of their own, making a triple change now. Alvarez, one of those coming off. He receives a standing ovation from the
They like him increasingly, don't they?
Skulls.
Yeah.
Comes off as well, young lad.
See him do a lot. How do you say his surname?
Skulls.
He's only
Scarlett.
19, isn't he?
19, yeah.
Yeah. He's snuck in there, isn't he, quietly?
And then Tadibo as well. Comes off. Emerson, one of the three that comes on.
English as well, isn't he? The Scarlett.
Yeah.
19-year-old. Want to keep an eye on.
Who else?
No.
Tadibo and Alvarez.
Taking
but who's coming
time,
on?
taking a bit of time over them at the minute. Rodriguez. Or Mavropanos even.
That's Mavropanos, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Mavropanos, yeah. He'll be on for Tadibo. He's a central defender.
Mavropanos, Greek, isn't he? Greek centre half.
Forward. Go forward.
There's Winks getting on the ball. I haven't seen anyone do that.
Go forward.
Winks has avoided.
He
creates
goes
space.
back.
Well, yeah. But at least Winks creates space for himself there, doesn't he, to get turned?
Yeah, but what's the point if Christensen's just going to go back to centre half?
No, exactly. Ultimately, to no avail. But
Well played. Go on, JJ.
Drive.
bodies.
Go on, Steffi.
Not the worst ball in the world, but not Mavididi's forte, is it?
Bang.
Corner ball.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Good effort. Well done. by
That's some
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte, yeah.
Yeah, good strength. It's a decent ball from JJ. You had to dig that out a touch.
It was a decent ball, and a couple of bodies there. Still 2 against 6, isn't it?
West Ham still poor at clearing their lines.
Touch.
Oh, that's a half a chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not,
Well,
he's not scoring from there, are you?
it's
He's gone away
there's
from
no
the goal
pace,
a little
yeah.
bit.
yeah.
It's just a header towards goal, really, wasn't it? But
Might even
got
have
on the
been
end of it.
Might even been a defender ahead of that.
yeah, got on the end of it. Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
One minute we're here now, 67. Just over 20 minutes to go. Probably take a point now.
You won't
Goalkeeper's
mind it,
trying
would
to do us a favour. Back. Imagine that.
Imagine if he had a back
Imagine
heeled that back in the
Hey,
zone there.
you weren't a million miles off it, was it? I know it was still a way to go, but heavier contact. And you know, hang on a minute, yeah. The escape is back on. Did you get to play football yourself anymore, Matt, or not time?
No, not got much time at the minute, to be honest. Packed
No
it in a
little
couple of
five-a-sides
years
at all.
No, I used to play six-a-side for a few years, to be fair, but no, packed it in a couple of years ago. We're busy constantly. And
How does it work then, very briefly, on your, if you have an average week? You have an average week?
It depends, really. I mean, last year we toured the country for about 12 months. We
Did
played
ya?
like schools and colleges.
Right.
So we did like 2 schools and colleges a day for 12 months straight, 5 days a week. So
Well,
Really?
to be fair, there's a big reason why you
2 a
did that
day.
as well. For you, I don't know how much you want to go into your personal story and everything.
yeah, I mean, so we're quite big on mental health as a band. Individually, we've all sort of been through a few things.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with MS.
Right.
And it was kind of at that point where I...
Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry,
it's
but-
all right. It's a
Not
great
that we
ball.
don't want to hear
No,
your
mate, I'm
story.
watching. Don't worry. Have a
Touch
go.
and bang.
Just have a go. That's
A
it.
wicked ball there by Mavadidi.
Got to do that first time.
Well defended at far post with Cresswell, I think.
They're
But
giving it a go. It's promising.
MS,
Sorry.
yeah. So, to what level does that affect you?
I'm quite lucky at the minute, sort of on medication, and it sort of keeps it at bay.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, it's something I'll be with for the rest of my life.
Right.
Great ball, and you just manage it. I'm all right.
You wouldn't know outwardly.
No, no. I mean, like I said, I'm quite fortunate with it. I'm not too affected by it, and obviously I had a bit of time wavering to myself. But after that, I kind of
Yeah.
thought, you know what,
Well done.
kind of gives you the kick up the backside you need to realise.
How
that
long ago was that, you say?
3 years now, 4 years, just before the band sort of started. It was kind of at that point.
So you died of that, and that.
It was the spark, really.
Really? That's
Yeah.
even more credit to you.
Yeah, I think, you know, you get dealt your cards, don't you? You can't choose.
Yeah,
And,
fair play.
Tom?
Reacting positively, like Leicester need to. in
Yes, they
adversity.
do.
You know, easier said than done, mate.
But that's it. And then, you know, really big on mental health. Obviously, it affected mine. And some of the lads in the band have had their own sort of stories. And we thought, you know, it'd be great to get out on the road and get out to young people, especially they're struggling a lot these days. I think we all sort of know with mental health. So, yeah, obviously it was a great move for the band in terms of like growing in that, but also from a personal standpoint, it felt like we could sort of achieve something. I think, you know.
Didn't clear it again.
I thought I was just going to fall to Vards.
I'm listening to Matt's
Sorry.
story here.
No, you're all right.
That's a foul. Ref.
That's got to be a foul. Got to be a foul.
We are here
Dead
for the
like that.
football.
We are, that's why we're here,
Sorry,
mate, that's
mate,
it.
Sorry. That was a great. Who whipped that in? Justin.
Yeah, AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it a poor clearance
They're
again?
getting-
It just
they're
don't.
putting pressure.
The pressure's definitely there.
It's another one of those
Dead leg, isn't it?
unintended collisions.
Yeah, that hurts.
And he's still down.
Didn't get. No one pulled out of the way there, did they?
So you know when you're not touring. So say that you've got this thing.
An
coming
average
up.
week, as Matt would say.
Yes.
Do you rehearse and
Yeah, it's a lot of rehearsals at the minute. It's a lot of writing. We're kind of gearing up for our like debut albums, looking like that's going to be next year. So loads of writing. We write at a studio in London. We write at the Kink studio. That's where we do all of our writing. So a place called Conk. So we've been down there for the last few weeks with our producer writing a load of stuff. And then we sell merch, so that we sell quite a lot every day. So that becomes a job in itself.
right?
And it's just get on it.
Ball in, that's the
Just
2 deep.
constant
Everyone's got
planning.
under it.
Yeah.
Constant planning, like, you know, looking to the future and all that stuff. So.
Because you were saying before when we were off air that this debut album that's coming, you think it's better than all the stuff you've already done, which is already great, which already has, what, 60,000 monthly listeners.
I'm not going to say it's worse, is he?
No, on Spotify alone, though, let alone what on your other platforms.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You're saying that the music that you are creating now is already gonna be better than that.
Yeah, we've found something recently, and
You're confident.
we're feeling really
I
good.
wish I could find something with my golf swing.
I've tried that. I sold the clubs now; they're gone.
Yeah.
When can people expect that?
So it'll be singles for the rest of the year. We've got 8 more songs coming out this year, 7 or 8 more songs,
Right.
and then hopefully
Go on.
get on it.
Bang.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, it's a good
don't
effort.
mind it.
That was one of your golf swings, Tags.
Yeah, it was, shank.
Leading with
But it's
left
a
foot.
shot. It's a shot on Wilfred's wicker left foot. You shank
Tough
it.
one.
Yeah, it is very tough. Leaning back.
Yeah.
How many albums you had, Matt?
None.
Oh, haven't you?
No. That'll be
Have
the
lots of
first.
singles. and
Loads of
individual
singles.
songs,
Yeah.
don't you?
Right.
When you're starting out,
So yeah, so you operate like that. Okay.
you operate on singles. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
when nobody cares who you are, if you put an album out, they'll listen to the first one, and then you've
Yes.
wasted 12 tracks.
Very
you know,
true.
So.
So you're building up to that point.
Yeah, kind of creating a little bit of buzz around it. But yeah, we never keep the fans waiting. There's always a new tune coming. So
Right. Who does all the writing? You?
yeah, the band
Or does
collectively.
everyone have
Yeah, we all have
input?
our own sort of. We have our own sort of formula, and then we all add our own bits. But we're very collaborative. Like a guitarist is no stranger to making a lyric, and I'm no stranger to giving the guitarist something to play. You know, so it's very collaborative.
Probably more fun that way.
Yeah, we try and keep it fun.
Less pressurised and heavy. If there's only one of you who's in a dark room and don't come out for 3 months.
Or you've got the guitar saying, I've got some great songs here.
Yeah.
You pipe down a bit, yeah.
George Harrison-esque.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you can write some, if you're all Leicester fans, write some angry songs now, can't you, in this last month or so.
Yeah. We could do with one, couldn't we? I think the lads
To be fair, you're opening yourselves up as well. I'm sure you're, well, despite the result, enjoying being along.
Go on,
Vardy down the right.
Getting the box.
Getting its support.
What's happened there?
Even that, Vardy's tripped himself up.
He's tripped.
And then the defender's landed on his head. Things couldn't go any worse.
Not falling, is it?
But exposing themselves to, as a Leicester fan, and to Leicester environment, that helps you following as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Let's to pick up on it and then link.
Absolutely. We're very grateful for everything like the club's done for us, and I think we've got a really good relationship. And yeah, very lucky.
Grateful for all the things me and Gerry have done for you. Like, because we're happy to take any rewards for it.
I'll be very grateful. I'll be very grateful when you come up on stage on tour in April.
In an official capacity, of course. Dan was looking at me funny then.
No.
I was in trouble for a minute.
I'm just looking forward to seeing you two on stage.
That'll be something to see.
Tags is a bit of a crooner. He'll give a backing singer.
I don't know about that.
I can dance like Bez on a good night.
I can give you a mic and just mute it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
We're at the limit, mate.
Just give us a pint.
I can give you some.
A mic and a pint. Be fine.
Vardy recovered then. I thought he was in a bit of bother there.
I think he was looking for it.
Yeah.
Maybe looking for the
Tripped
foul.
himself up, didn't he?
Yeah, looked like he tripped himself.
Half decent position as well. They're trying to force the issue a little bit, aren't they?
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good closing down, and then they get away.
In fairness, I can see what doing. Indeed, he wins the ball, goes to wings, thinks indeed he's carrying on his run. But indeed, he was like, leaving it to the rest.
Good closing down, though, by 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, it's almost like, since the subs have come on, it's been a little bit of a change, but even that, you can't do it like constantly. I think Leicester realise it's sort of, in tonight's context, it's now or never a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. See, Jamie Vardy's going sprinting, closing down. He's got to get back up now, all the way.
Canusa has gone a little bit too late.
Yeah. There you go.
Christensen's
miles off it.
Yeah. You're either pressing or you're not.
Oh, how's he got down now?
Got around Mavididi there. Is that Rumbastacker?
That's a foul. So that was a bit better, although not.
Well, it's trying to make a difference.
Yeah. I mean, the closing down was a bit better. They weren't going on 1s and 2s.
It's actually, in the last 20 minutes, been okay, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But the problem is West Ham aren't
threatening the goal, really.
They know themselves they don't need to necessarily come out and...
No. It's sort of even at this, I wouldn't say early juncture, but it's almost sort of last-ditch effort, isn't it? They're going to give it all for like 5 minutes or so, and you think, they perhaps might not be able to press for too much longer like this. Although relatively fresh legs with Winks and Mavididi, but West Ham not looking overly flustered at the moment. So, it's irrelevant, but Hermanson had very little to do, if anything, second half, has he? But
very little to do.
Goal advantage, don't overexert yourself. It's not.
Go on, play it.
It's not a horror show. Again, it's just short at both ends of the pitch.
Two sloppy, soft goals.
Yeah, short at both ends of the pitch, in truth. done, isn't it? I haven't offered enough, really, up to this point.
Sometimes these games are the most frustrating ones because it's there, it's gettable, isn't it? It's not like West Ham are dominating for 90 minutes.
As Matt says, they don't look like scoring.
Yeah, you got to offer a little bit more, haven't you?
We haven't really seen them string a few passes together, have we?
At Leicester,
Yeah.
in attacking areas, no.
There's not been, I can't really think of many sequences where we've actually moved the ball 3 or 4 times dangerously.
They're all right in around here, but West Ham are letting them.
Yeah.
You're no danger on the halfway line, are you?
No. We need a bit more than that at this stage.
Right, go on, Steffi. Why don't you have a go at him?
Get out of his way.
I know, what? The Canoes.
Canoes is just...
Mate, that run, it infuriates me. There's a time and a place for it. When the player's out wide and there's 40 yards to run into...
He just drags another
closes down.
defender.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
just drags another defender into Steffi when he's one-on-one.
Some managers religiously want players to do it.
Oh, good touch.
Don't they?
Chance for this for West
Here
Ham.
we go.
It's about to be 3v2.
Look at
No,
who's that running for?
there's no one.
3v2 now.
Oh, great ball.
Poor touch.
Well
Damn,
done,
brilliant.
Vestergaard.
Very poor touch.
Who was that? That's
Ferguson.
Ferguson, yeah. That was poor. That looks like a player who's a bit out of form. Didn't want it on his left foot, did he?
Great tackle,
Oh, yeah.
from Vestergaard.
He did well, but Ferguson having that extra touch. The right ball, well, that wasn't the wrong ball. The right ball, the better ball was on the right-hand side.
Side.
But who was
Leicester
that?
just backing off.
Who was that who just stripped past?
Yeah, and no one tracking him.
I think it was...
Was it Bowen?
It was the 4 in midfield.
Right.
Who came on in midfield, Batesy, for Alvarez?
Rodriguez, I think.
Rodriguez. It was him. I
Who
think.
drove through with it.
Pardon?
No, he just came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Just flew past, well, Harry Winks it was, who was
And no one tracking his run.
get back.
Soler even. Carlos Soler.
Yes, that's it.
Go on, get forward. Christensen, just give him a bit of support.
Right, Steffi, one-on-one with the defender.
Go on, put it in, put it in.
He's got his hands
he's-
around his hips, he can't
Oh, he's
turn.
done well.
Decent ball. Fass, pushing up. Now the game's opening up. Fass is on the edge of the box, picking up the seconds. Well,
Problem is, crossing the ball in, it's a big West Ham back line.
Yeah,
And we haven't got a lot of height there,
No,
really.
Good.
attacking sense, have they?
Oh, Wilf.
Good defensive header from Wilfred there in the West Ham box.
It was,
Something there. I thought the ref had blown up then. The play seemed to stop.
that was a tough one for me. It was like sort of
Yeah,
just
I'm-
above him. He was trying to nod it down. I was
Saying
on
it
the
in
edge,
jest,
really.
not being over.
No, I was. It just there was no one there with him really.
Too difficult now to... West Ham content to sit back.
Yeah,
You're not going to... We haven't opened them up all night, really, but certainly not
Run into that space.
probably going to now. And then put balls into the box, as you say, Matt, and not Leicester's strength.
Not the strength, is it? Oh. Effort.
I saw he was getting a lot of on social media. You know, he never stops running, Victor Christensen, ever. He does, and he always looks knackered, but he always
Yeah.
seems to give 100.
Here's this run now, look.
Yeah.
Last
We're
week,
just seeing a replay of this chance. 3-on-2.
That was the ball on the
yeah,
other
it
side.
was, yeah.
Mind you,
He still should have finished it.
yeah, he should have been neater touch and
That touch there,
That-
didn't need it.
out of his feet.
I think Mad's had his number anyway. I think he knew where he was going.
We'll go with that one, Matt. We'll go with that. So.
How long's left, Betsy? Do we know?
Can you see better than me? That's 7 minutes.
Yeah.
80, we're coming up to 83 now.
time for Daka, maybe?
He needs something, don't we?
Just go direct. I mean, he has done it previously, hasn't he? Put him on late, but
I mean,
time's
do you
ticking.
stick Daka and Ayu on and just...
Yeah,
Ayu can get you a late goal.
2 up front, just up against them and chance your arm a bit, isn't it? But
Ayu likes a late goal, doesn't he?
Playing that ball. Why is he playing that ball?
what, into his feet there?
Yeah, and it's
That was a dangerous
Then,
challenge.
yeah.
What's he going to do with it?
It was from behind.
He's not going to rush up, is he? Foul.
Surprised he's not been booked for that, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a bit reckless.
That's not really what Leicester need either. Yeah, it's like showing a bit of aggression and fight, but unless you're genuinely contesting the ball, you ain't got time for needless fouls. Just slow the game down. Dumph. Not a bad little ping, is it?
Oh.
again, he's just getting no help whatsoever. They're just Steffi's chasing around, ball's being passed around him, but he's getting no help.
Don't know if you saw these, Matt. We got all the papers from the Monday following.
Matt on Matthew. Matt on Matthew.
Picture gone as well.
Oh dear, I'll get
Is that
that.
my picture?
Yeah.
Look through
How
those.
dare you? I have seen little bits. Tags was having a look.
No,
at
it's
the
not.
clips.
It's the programme.
I've got some of these at home, not all of them. I didn't even recognise myself on one of them.
You must have a few of these at home.
Yeah, I got a few of them at home. Rotting away in a
Few hundred.
Yeah. I only look at them like
Framed.
every day. Good times, good times.
Obviously, all of this courtesy of John Hutchinson, who you know well,
Yeah.
our club historian.
Is that front page of the Sun? Is that front page?
Well,
Jesus, well. I wouldn't think that, would you?
no.
It can't.
There mustn't have been any news that week, Matt.
Oh! Sorry, I know we're here to watch it. Look, page 3 inside. I'll show that one, can we?
Right, so thankfully,
Throwback.
Leicester on the attack here.
Come on, Steffi.
It just breaks down at the last minute, doesn't it?
I must have that somewhere, sorry. Front page of the thing. That's bizarre for the World
I'm not-
Cup, isn't it? Must be regionalised, is it?
Don't know, you were quite a good story.
Mate, that wouldn't be front page, front and back page, all in one, a team photo for the Worthington Cup. They don't do that. If
No.
Man City won the Champions, like Leicester won the Premier League, that wouldn't be on.
I don't know, I think it probably would. Not that I read that anyway. Do you want to pass those back?
No, I'm going to take them home.
Got to read them on the toilet, aren't you, son? Eh?
Well, Gerry kindly donated his medal that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
25 years ago today. That's the reason we've just pulled the paper.
I bet
for anyone watching, because it's 25 years since these two lifted the Worthington Cup. Yes, Gerry's donated his medal. Do you know where yours is?
Sorry, mate. I bet he ain't donated it. Knowing him, he'll have leased it.
Well,
He'll be charging for that to be kept.
donating, it's the wrong word. Yes, I've put it into the care of Leicester City Football
Yeah,
Club.
at a fee.
No.
Slice of cake.
Yeah.
I'm only
A little bit of
teasing,
pizza
thanks.
pre-match. Jeff.
Do I know where mine is? Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate? on
Location
that?
will remain.
But it's
Yes. It was sold on eBay.
Yeah, I know where it is.
I know who bought it.
I know where it is, but I haven't got it. No, it's tucked away securely. Oh,
he stopped, didn't he? Yeah, they would have had a chance of nicking that. First,
it would have,
wasn't a
wouldn't it?
great touch, was it?
would have been interesting. What we got? Come back. You got better eyes than me.
3
2
minutes.
minutes, just
Yeah.
over 2 minutes.
Oh,
Minutes. There ain't going to be much added on, will there? I can't imagine.
no.
Maybe a couple.
Luke Thomas on.
Yeah, Thomas has come on, as has Patson, Daka, Vestergaard and Christensen, those that have come off. So he literally is just throwing throwing
She's gone back
forward, I
free
guess.
as
Now.
such. Oh
dear.
Short ball from James Justin. So it's a back free, is it?
No, that's not a foul. Go on.
Free.
Keep going
Pass,
forward.
pass.
Move it, move it.
Back stick.
That's a
Not a
great
bad
ball.
ball. Oh, the right idea. It's a little bit more elevation on it, wasn't it? What's Wilfred got? No.
Well done, Luke.
Eventually, they're camping them in.
That's a great ball. Oh.
Well defended.
Is well defended.
That's a foul. I think.
It's a
But
thankless task for Vardy, isn't it?
Yeah.
good point that you say, Matt. Though they have just put a nice bit of sustained pressure under West Ham. There.
Well, also they're camping in a little bit there, aren't they? And admittedly, there's only a couple of minutes to go, but West Ham are naturally going to sink a bit. But
Again, he's made that change, what, 2-3 minutes ago? Where he sacrificed a
yeah,
defender for a forward.
centre half,
You
free centre
could have
half.
done that a bit earlier.
10, 15 minutes ago, really. I mean, even for me, not making a change at half time.
Yeah,
Because
All things considered.
as soon as we made that change, the game did shift, didn't it?
And how, it's not been just a one-off, has it? The
No.
way it was going. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Something that people can look at, certainly discuss, isn't it? The timings of changes and
Unless the referee's going to put 15 minutes up extra time.
that's something we don't.
Would be nice.
Go on.
Yeah, the goal threat has been minimal, hasn't it? In all honesty.
Keeper, right? Come on, Steffi.
Foul.
Probably a foul as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Tries to find Daka. Hermanson, but not happening tonight. I don't think, gents.
He doesn't look as angry, does he? Rude. But
Leicester faithful.
Yeah, Leicester fans.
Even
A few of them still trying to stay and sing. A few heading for the exits. Wonder what time the last train back to Leicester.
A lot of their home fans have left. Never mind the away
Oh,
fans.
they
Never
might
win
miss a
it.
goal here.
that's a poor cross.
God, yeah, the home fans have completely gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, the stadium's empty.
it is a difficult stadium to get to and from, but even so, you'd think home fans would see it out.
Well, more of them anyway.
They're not that often, are they? Not that regular.
A few of my friends who live in London are in the Leicester end tonight. It's not been
Yeah.
a decent evening, really, has it, for them?
No. I feared that may be the case. Oh,
Another one.
Go
oh,
for it.
is he
Okay.
oh, I thought he'd given a penalty for a minute.
Jeremy Weeks says, reminding the players somewhat to thank the fans, obviously, when at a full-time whistle, because it is a decent effort, isn't it, to go down there, and Leicester always travelling
Thursday
fantastic
night.
numbers to support us.
Right.
At 8 o'clock.
West Ham.
I mean, it's
Take you 2 hours just to get out of London, never mind get
Well,
home.
yeah.
With greatest of respect, I was delighted that Ewan was able to fill my spot tonight. I didn't quite fancy the trip that much myself.
Go on, Patson.
come on.
Let's get one, put a bit of something on them.
It's not a bad cross, but
So you look at this,
just
in its isolation, you won't say horrendous performance.
performance. No,
Do you know what I mean?
No.
But it's another,
It is just
seemingly it's
really-
another defeat.
but
Weak.
it breaks down too easy. Like, I know you mentioned it, Matt, where there's been no real passing phases, especially in the final third.
Haven't offered enough, yeah. Haven't
No.
offered enough. I mean, people on about Ipswich last night. A man to the good, weren't able to cause problems against Man United.
Yeah.
Second half when it really mattered. There we go.
Well, sorry,
Well,
gents.
that injury time went
Thought
quick,
maybe I
didn't
could
it?
bring something, but you never know.
No.
How long did they not play injury time then?
I don't know.
Did they bother?
Well, +3 there.
Was it?
It's +3.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Changing rooms.
Quick way to the fans, yeah. Change room.
Thanks to everyone that has joined us, though. Bubba has put a nice little thing. Another terrible result. Made better, though, by watching with two legends, the great Batesy and Matt the Rockstar. Have a
What
great
could
week.
you ask for?
Have a great weekend, everyone. Cheers. Thank you for that, Bubba. And then we've been brought nicely back down to earth. Lee Furby just goes, the misery continues.
Yeah.
What are you on about, Tag?
That's Kathy Bates. Misery.
No,
That's
but yeah.
disappointing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
rather disappointing now, you know, and it affects everybody, doesn't it? You know, we're
Football
sat in this
does,
room,
isn't it?
and it's like, it's just sort of takes the wind out of your sails, doesn't it? Yeah. When
Difficult times, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
to lift themselves. What do you got? Free weekend. That brings its benefits, but again, that's a reminder that you haven't done that well in that competition. If you want to look at it in that way, but you know, it gives a bit of respite, doesn't it? And was it Chelsea away next? Dan?
Yeah.
yeah,
Chelsea away, isn't it?
So just watching there.
Man U at home.
Man U at home. Well, it's a tough run coming up with Man City, Brighton, Newcastle, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a
Anyway,
tough run coming.
That's
up, isn't it?
to worry about, yeah, down the line. But
Like you said earlier, though, it's game by game, innit?
Yeah, you've got to.
I think now,
You have to decompartmentalize everything now.
yeah, it's the only way, because if you looked at it, you think, oh,
If you looked at the next string of games and you show that to the players or whoever, and you have to take it game by game.
Yeah.
and off the back of you know, how few wins they've had up to this point.
3 wins
It
all
seems-
season, Betsy, has it been? What? 3 wins? Something like that?
With Tottenham, Southampton, West Ham.
Yeah.
A few-
Got another one in there? Must be one more.
Well,
Must be four. Bournemouth,
Bournemouth, yeah.
4 and 5 draws, isn't it? Yeah, if you look at it like that, a repeat of that is obviously not going to be enough, but pattern doesn't have to follow, does it?
Well done to Adam Patel. If you're still watching us, Adam, well done. You are our
On that
competition
tour with me, so.
winner. You are going on
Adam,
the stadium tour
God bless you, son, because you're going to need it when you're with him.
with Matt
Is it
Elliott.
just me and him?
No, I think
there other people
well, you
on
might
it?
be able to bring people. I think. Yeah.
That could be a bit weird.
Someone will get in touch
Adam,
with you.
bring
Adam.
as many of your mates as you can, mate. All right? And say you didn't know it was just for you. You said I thought it was for all my best friends. Because for the first
You'll
10
need some
minutes,
help, son.
for the first 10 minutes, he's good crack. And then after that, he'll send you to sleep with all the useless facts he knows about this place.
Well, there we go, Adam.
From a
If you
man who
still
knows.
want your competition win,
Inspired now, Tags, isn't he?
someone from the club will get in touch with
We'll have a
you
good crack,
next
don't
week.
worry.
Go on, you guys. You can answer the question. And who scored the third goal in Leicester's 3-1 win over West
Well,
Ham
mate,
earlier
you.
in the season?
Patson, wasn't it?
Was
Patson
Patson
Daka,
Daka.
indeed.
Great finish
Left
as well.
foot, left foot bullet.
Great finish.
Yes. So well done, Adam. Right, last couple of bits then before we say goodbye, and just let's try and end with some positivity. We've done well, I think, tonight again. But
We've
just
done well for a
just to
few
end, like,
weeks.
was it now been 9 or 10 days till a week on Sunday against Chelsea? That's a long time. Whether things he decides to change, I don't know, maybe system or just whatever it might be. It's a long time to then go until the next game. There's plenty of time on the training ground.
Yeah, and I think that's all we can sort of hope for now, isn't it? Is that they sort of get back to training and forget about this one, forget about the last one. It's going to be a lot of talk about this and that, and Ruud should have done this and should have done that. But really, all that matters now is that we need to win a few more games this season if we want to stay here. So as long as they sort of get that fire behind them, we'll be there the whole time, you know. They've not got to worry about that. So positive again, we'll try.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be seriously considered going a different angle. different approach. Because they haven't been horrendous tonight, but they never really looked like them.
And your different approach is 3 at the back.
Yes.
I'd give it a go. Yeah, I would.
He's got 10 days to work on it.
Yeah, you've got long enough to work on it. I would, because
Good point.
what's occurring now,
He's got that.
he's not working at either end of the pitch. You're not secure enough, and you're not threatening enough. So try and find another option.
The thing is, you can look at the number of goals that Leicester have conceded this season, but it's not just about the number. If they were all worldies, you'd be saying, okay, well, there's nothing you can do about that. Every goal's a worldie, but it's the way the goals are being conceded. That is the issue. There's too many soft goals being conceded. And so if that's the case, one way in which you can try and...
It's not just the system either.
No, I know. I know that. But one way
Yeah,
of
you can try and secure it
negating that is by securing it up, by putting an extra body in there. And I know that's a negative way of looking at things. But unless you try that, you'll never know.
No.
And at the minute, he's keeping with the same system, majority of the same players all the time. And unfortunately, it's just not working. And the goal, it's not just about the number of goals that's been conceded. It's the way the goals are being conceded. And for me, that's why I'd go way back through.
I think it's worth, it sounds a bit flimsy,
Negative,
whimsical, but it's worth an attempt at it. And
What have you really got to lose?
Yeah,
Nothing
well,
to
exactly.
lose now.
And you just put as much pace as you can at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah.
I win an Orte, Mavadidi, and just go launch it for 20 minutes, and you just chase everything down, and then go from there. And it's a different approach. It's not easy on the eye, but unless you try it, you never know.
No.
It might not work.
But this isn't working, is it?
No.
So
Exactly.
that's it.
So those are your options, because we spoke about before, we've got 4 centre halves who have all had their struggles this season at the back. So how do you try and help those 4 centre halves out? Yeah. And and because you haven't got that many options in regards to personnel, then maybe the only other option that you do have is change the formation and change the tactical approach.
Yeah, before we go, we'll let Matt have the last say in a minute, but Tina has said, please can you shout out my son Cheyenne, who is a huge Leicester City fan. It will make his evening after that score this evening. So, yes, shout out to you, Cheyenne. Thank you very much
Cheyenne!
for watching and
Keep
being
rocking it.
a Leicester City fan. Matt, lead singer of the Mercians.
What a great name for a band.
Yeah, have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
I've had a
Hopefully we can
brilliant
have you
time.
back. And again, if you want to do a little spiel about where people can find you, please do so, and we'll support you all the way as well.
Yeah, so it's the Mercians. We are going on tour in April. We've got 10 dates across the UK, so there's no excuse for not coming to see us. But yeah, give us a follow, Instagram, TikTok, all of that business. Thank you, gents, for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Pleasure, Matt.
It's been a
See you,
pleasure.
mate.
Pleasure, mate.
But hopefully we can
Good
do
luck.
it again. And
And
maybe
you'll see me and Matt on a stage near you with Matt and the Mercians.
I am going to make that happen. These two are coming on stage at some point.
It's literally written in.
It's happening, I'm telling you.
Perfect. Well, thank you
Wheel
very
ourselves
much.
out.
To you two. Happy anniversary to you two as well.
Yes,
on
congratulations,
your League
both.
victory 25 years ago.
Come here, sweetie.
Yeah.
Come here, sweetie.
The memories.
Thanks to these two. Thanks to everyone, as ever, that's joined us for these watch-alongs. Thanks to everyone that's commented as well. You really do make it all the better for us. We do appreciate it, and we'll be back again in just over a week's time for that game away at Chelsea. Please do join us if you dare, if you want to now, but things will turn around. I can feel it. It's coming soon. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend and good night.
Keep the faith.